What's the best place to reach new customers for your business? Wherever they are. And that's exactly where you can be with iHeartMedia. We talk to our listeners everywhere. And when we say listeners, we mean 9 out of 10 Americans monthly. From the car to the gym to the kitchen, from the morning commute to evening ride home. Your next customer is listening to the radio, to podcasts, to us. And not only can we get your message to your audience, we can also show you how your ads are working in real time. That's right. Not only can audio give your business the lift you need, at iHeartMedia, we can measure as we go, so you can see the impact and know exactly what's working. This goes for broadband messaging and targeted hyperlocal influencer campaigns alike. Your next customer is listening. Start talking to them and start growing your business with iHeartMedia. Call today, 833-IHEART-U. That's 833-IHEART, letter U. Dial 833-IHEART-U.
Victim of a slip and fall? It takes one phone call to take back control of your life. Anajar and Levine will fight to get you the compensation you deserve. Call me, Mark Anajar, for a free consultation. 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
In office, Orlando.
Your Space Coast vacation is preparing for liftoff. Start counting down now. 10, 9, 8, 7. It's time for a beach vacay that feels like heaven. 6, 5, 4. Come explore Melbourne and the beaches. 3, 2, 1. It's time for some rocket-filled fun. Countdown to your best beach vacation ever on Florida's Space Coast. Launch your planning now at visitspacecoast.com. That's visitspacecoast.com.
Attention. If you suffer from consistent pain in your joints caused by arthritis, overuse, or injury, you may be a candidate for a revolutionary therapy that could revitalize damaged tissue. This approach can provide long-lasting relief from pain in your knees, shoulders, hips, and other joints with no surgery, no drugs, and no downtime. To find out if you're a viable candidate, you may request a free consultation from QC Kinetics by calling 689-305-2853. Instead of masking the symptoms, it goes to the root of the problem to resolve it at its source. Already used by thousands of satisfied patients nationwide, this joint pain therapy is available right now to the public, but only for qualified candidates. Again, to find out if you're a viable candidate for this therapy, you may request a free consultation by calling QC Kinetics at 689-305-2853. That's 689-305-2853.
As a mom, comforting my family is what I do best. Vicks Vapor Stick provides soothing, non-medicated Vicks vapors in an easy-to-apply stick. And it dries fast, so there's no mess. I use it to comfort myself and my family.
Thanks, Mom.
Vicks Vapo Stick. Soothing comfort for the whole family. And when you need more comfort for yourself, try Vicks Vapo Shower Max for steamy Vicks vapors. Use as directed. Vapo Stick for use ages 4 and up. Vapo Shower Max use for adults only.
We are professional grade at Orange Buick GMC. Online at orangebuickgmc.com.
I'm Julian Edelman.
I'm Rob Gronkowski.
Welcome to Dudes on Dudes. We're going to highlight players, and we're just going to sit here and talk about them. And we'll get into the types of dudes. Is Randy Moss a stud or a freak? Is Tom Brady a dog or a dude's dude?
We're going to find out, Jules. New episodes drop every Thursday during the NFL season.
Listen to Dudes on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Open your free iHeart app and search Dudes on Dudes to start listening.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind Studios. Why Kaufman and Lind? Find out at whenyouneedus.com or dial pound 546 on your cell phone. This is WTKS FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Listen on your free iHeart Radio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, bank, B-A-N-K, bank. Enter it now on our website, realradio.fm. Good luck.
Someone's going to get offended. It's just the way the world works. So to hopefully save everyone a little time and or energy, here's this. The opinions that you hear are those of the host and callers, and not those of iHeartMedia, its management, or advertisers. The News Junkie is is on. The three best friends you never knew you had, running through the most viral stories of the day. The news junkie Sean Wasson with Sabrina and C-Lane.
It is Friday, November 1st, 2024. Lots to get to today, from the Orlando Halloween shooting to young thug makes a deal for release in Atlanta, and a bank robber says, I like to be in prison. Plus your calls, dispatches, emails, texts, and more. Hey there, Sabrina.
Hello.
Hello, C-Lane.
What's happening?
And hello to you. You can join us on the show today. All you have to do is send us what we call a dispatch. Go to thenewsjunkie.com, hit record on your first dispatch today. You can also watch the show on YouTube and twitch.tv/thenewsjunkie. Your message is rolling right to the studio in real time, and this never, ever, ever happens, friends.
What happened? Yeah, what happened?
I'm just double checking here. I don't want to get anything wrong. I want to make sure everything's correct this week. We got a last minute message. We do.
You printed it out?
I know I had to. I wanted to make sure everything was accurate and factual and ready to go. Printed out the last minute message. It appears to be from that old lady with a horn on her head. Let's see what she said.
Have a great Friday, you mother.
We did it, everybody! We made our way through a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday has arrived. Pat yourself on the back and celebrate the weekend as we dive into it.
Back pats.
Yes, a little bit, right there. Yeah, okay. Feel good about it. Makes me feel better.
You did good, buddy.
Weird
I pat
week,
myself on the back.
And just preparing for such a weird week next week, right?
Oh, no, next week's going to be wild. Next week's going to be, there's no preventing that. I mean, it's just going to be what it is.
It's just the I felt it this morning, like a calm before the storm.
Yeah, I kind of felt that yesterday with Halloween. And that's why the show yesterday, we just took it in another direction. We didn't talk about election stuff so much yesterday.
Thank God.
We had like, let's have one little side quest before we get to that and have a little Halloween fun.
Say a statement like that. Does that mean we're spending today's show?
Today is all politics, baby. Yeah. No, it's not. No. We have so many things to talk about.
How's 30 minutes on each amendment?
We'll read them. Read the text of all the amendments, every single person on the ballot.
Yeah, that's a hell no for me.
How's everybody doing on a Friday?
Good.
How are you?
Pretty crazy morning to wake up and see what's going on with downtown. They had a huge Halloween celebration in downtown Orlando.
One that we have, all three of us have been to.
Yeah. It's honestly a strange thing for those of you who don't live here.
That one.
We walked the streets.
Definitely.
We would have been there 5, maybe 7 years ago.
Yeah, the thing is, this is one of the few times when downtown Orlando is packed to the gills. We still do Halloween big, and everybody comes out in droves. They go to the bars. They dress up in costumes, and there was a shooting downtown. So far, we have 2 people that have died and 6 people that were injured. I don't think there are many things, and I know you guys have seen the same footage that I have and probably more. There are not many things more eerie than a mass shooting where there are so many people in costumes. It's strange. It's
that and like the personal tie-in to it.
All the places.
At this point, there are so many people that either live where we have our HQ in Central Florida, where you have this feeling, or based on statistics, if you listen outside of Florida, you very well could have felt this feeling before, like seeing a place that you have walked before many times.
Yep.
And seeing the chaos that was there last night. I got also first thing this morning, oh my gosh, I'm getting a pulse thing again.
Yeah, there is something that happens when there's a terrible incident that occurs and you know the location. You've walked the location. Oh, there's this. Oh, there's this place. Oh, there's the Taco Bell Cantina. Oh, all the things you're looking at. It can't be fake. It's real. You know it. You've been there. And we'll get into that in just a moment. Let's start out with our opening clip. Let's put our ears to the ground, our fingers on the pulse. Let's see what's happening in this great, big, wide world of ours. And we go to Albuquerque, New Mexico. Trump was on the stump. giving his speech in Albuquerque, rallying up the MAGA people, getting them ready for the big election next week. And he was talking about Kamala Harris. Let's see how it went.
She's a total train wreck. And by the way, I looked at her this morning. She had a little news conference. It lasted for like 2 minutes. She's exhausted. You know?
This is a new thing. Just for the record, everybody's calling everybody else exhausted. It's like, he's not cut out for this. He can't keep this campaign stuff going. She's exhausted. Look at this video. Here's Kamala yawning. I found her yawning. Everybody's exhausted. Hey, let me tell you something.
Change minds? Someone yawning?
That doesn't disqualify anybody from being president for me. I would be wiped out.
I am. I mean, we're wiped out, and we're not running for president.
I would be sleeping during these events. I would be falling asleep at the microphone. The schedules are insane, but they're fighting over like who's more tired.
She's exhausted. She's a train wreck who is totally unqualified to be the president of the United States of America. There are some people who thrive under pressure, and there are some people who crack under pressure. She's a cracker.
Wait, what now? Okay. Wait, what? I don't know if I've heard this language before.
Yeah, real quick.
She's a cracker. So
quite the opposite.
I'm also a cracker in many ways. Under pressure, probably going to crack today at some point. It's tough. It's tough out there. So there's the winding portion of the end of the campaign trail for these candidates.
A new fit for Donnie, I see.
Yeah, that was a different outfit.
Black on black?
Yeah, he usually wears blue suits, I think. So it's kind of strange to see anything mixed up. And the hat was different, right? The hat was black as well. Yeah, so he had he's going dark MAGA. That's what it is. He's going dark MAGA.
A lot of people are going with the black MAGA hat. Elon Musk, he has the black MAGA hat.
Oh, my God. But my favorite is the meme that everyone has now figured out that when he does that, like, weird jumping thing, he's been trying to make an X with his body.
He's like for
Is
X,
that for real?
Twitter.
Yes.
That's why, at least that's the best explanation I've heard so far.
It's so embarrassing.
Like, he's trying to jump and make an X with his body. Here's the problem.
That's like something I would have done when I was 7.
You need a press that is friendly to you to give you that photo of you doing the perfect X while your arms are out, your legs are out.
I say you don't need to do that.
It's trying to get some marketing in, all right? It's trying to get some marketing in. I don't blame him for that. You know, I would hope that we would all, given the opportunity, promote the show and something like this.
Yeah, but I can
jump
do
up
so
and do a
my
TNJ.
No, absolutely not. No, I can do it with my mouth and my actions that are not including physical body movements to indicate letters.
Well, maybe somebody should tell Elon if he really wants to make an X with his body to promote his platform that he just bought and changed the name of.
Yeah.
That maybe he doesn't have to jump. Like, you can stand up and be an X. You can
that's
just
a good
stand,
point.
you can just
no one tell
spread
him.
your legs and put your arms in the air, and you're an X.
No
That's
one
a good
tell
point.
him.
Or he could have kept it Twitter and then just done like, little birdie things, like those kind of things. Bam. Easier. You don't have to jump up in the air.
I feel like I don't need to say this, but those of you watching on the stream, if you can grab the GIF
of me looking cool? Yes, please. Yeah. File name SeanLookingCool.jpg, if you will.
It would be a GIF, though.
Shut your
It
mouth,
would be
sir.
a graphics interchange format.
GIF. It's a GIF, isn't it? GIF?
Sure.
Is that battle still going on out there?
For some people.
All right, let's get to the serious stuff here because, as I said, downtown Orlando, and let's set the stage for some people who might not understand how this works. On Halloween, there's a couple of reasons why this is a little bit surprising. Not very surprising if you're a local, because violence happens downtown. A lot of people don't want to go downtown.
I mean, we just had something last weekend.
Yes, and I think this will only make it worse, obviously. People go, oof, downtown's a dangerous place. Well, there we go, yet again. Now we got a problem down here. But on Halloween, downtown is full of cops. There are a lot of police officers with an event as big as this. We're talking,
full of people.
How many people are we talking, you think? Are we talking?
They were saying up to 100,000 people yesterday.
Really? Oh, my God. I was going to say 10,000, and I was worried about exaggerated. There's a lot of people, streets full, and folks, in all different directions. Some 17-year-old kid is down there, and they said the time from this suspect, who I don't know if they released a name because he's 17. I'll play the press conference in a second, but this is him. It's a 17-year-old black male that has been arrested in connection with the shooting. They said he basically just arrived in the downtown area and very quickly got to shooting. And there was at least 2 scenes, one on Washington and one like in the other side of the block, where he opened fire on these poor people. I'm not going to show a bunch of the footage because it is really horrific.
Wild.
Like CPR and stuff.
CPR, and then they're in Halloween costumes, and then just the security footage that has been shown, at least. I don't know if you have that.
Yeah.
But the stampede of people, it's awful. It's awful. It freaked me out this morning.
Picture a road full of thousands and thousands and thousands of people, and then a gunshot goes off, or a bunch of them does, and they all start fleeing immediately in different directions. There was one person on a scooter or something in the middle of it, and they're just stuck as this is happening. Somebody sent me this because a person in the crowd is wearing the costume that I was wearing yesterday for the live show. Somebody who I believe was injured by the shooting and was on the ground sitting there in a Waldo costume, and everybody's dressed up. There was a Chucky. There was all of these different people in different costumes, all wounded because some loser opens fire on this downtown area.
Man. Terrifying.
It's something else. And it could get worse because some of these people are pretty badly injured. There's 8 shot, 2 killed. Let's go to one of the local reports here before we go to the press conference with the details.
Breaking news at 6 o'clock. Halloween celebrations took a deadly turn following a mass shooting in downtown Orlando.
Whatever his mindset was, he was going to shoot no matter what.
Within the hour, we've learned 8 people were shot, 2 have died, and now a 17-year-old is in custody.
Jesus, man.
We thank you for joining us here at 6 a.m. for West.
17, got a gun. Got a gun. He's loaded up. He's able to get down there. He's able to shoot people.
And no tie-ins. I mean, this was just what he decided to do.
Yeah, as far as we can tell, nobody's talked about anything that was a precursor to this or anything that sparked this.
The only thing I know or heard about this person was that they did convicted.
They had a long criminal history. Yeah.
Grand Theft Auto last year or something like that.
And a long criminal history. This is somebody who is from onset as a teenager. Obviously, we got no parenting going on here. Obviously, we have a kid who's just committing crimes nonstop and gets into, I would guess, probably gangs and things like that. And
now, it's still early. It's still too early to know if he had any motive. But right now, the picture that they're painting is that he just didn't have motive. He wasn't shooting a specific person. Like, this wasn't a rivalry gone bad.
Fight.
It wasn't a fight. He wasn't. He hadn't gotten into it with anybody. They said he showed up and just pulled out his gun. And from one of the angles that I saw, that seemed to be right before he started shooting, he kind of like held the gun behind him almost.
Oh yeah, no, he's walking in the crowd, and then at one moment he just turns around.
And then just fires, which means that he is the most dangerous of danger because he obviously does not fear repercussion.
Right.
And he just is there to cause chaos. And so if they do try him as an adult, I would hope that they seek the maximum because a person like that is not somebody who is safe to be around.
Yeah, and you could read into it more, I think, because let's all be honest with each other. 0% of a chance that it was an accident that it happened on Halloween, right? He's trying to obviously target a large crowd of people.
Yeah.
And Halloween is the event that you do this on. You go down there, and there's masses of human beings. And so that doesn't seem accidental to me. I don't know. Maybe it does to you, but it doesn't seem accidental to me, at least.
No, they said because so many people were in costume that when they all ran off, a lot of them had special shoes or heels or stuff. And so that when they cleared the area, there's a lot of just shoes everywhere.
Yeah. They also just had blood on them, so they didn't know who was injured immediately and who was not injured. Because let me tell you, you could be shot and run away from an event like this and not know it for a moment or two until
with adrenaline and shock and all of that.
Yeah,
for sure.
yeah.
And they actually just mentioned a 9th victim, not deceased, but she not being shot, but when attempting to leave the scene, completely trampled by the stampede.
Are you kidding? It doesn't surprise me because so many people were trying to move at once in all different directions. It was chaos. You could see it in some of the footage from this event. Let's go back to Wesh with the report here.
Sunrise on this Friday, and we are going to cover this breaking news for you and bring you everything we know. I'm Jason Guy.
And I'm Meredith McDonough. Let's get right out to West Street's Bob Hazen in downtown Orlando. And Bob, they do have a suspect in custody.
There were cops everywhere, so they got him.
And that suspect is 17 years old. And right now, Orlando police still have some of the blocks down here blocked off. You can see right here, this is at Orange Avenue and Pine Street. The shooting, at least the first shooting, actually happened 1 block down the road there at Central. And that's where right now the medical examiner is still conducting their investigation.
Now, if you're new to this show, this is a place that the three of us are very, 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 very familiar with.
I mean, we would have been there. We would have been there if downtown has not become what it was, or where we're at in our lives, all the things. But it's just wild to me because that square is where we would have been amongst the entirety of downtown. Like that was where Finn's was. That's where Wall Street.
If you look at the map of where they plot the shooting scenes, the second one was like right outside of.
That's insane.
Where Finn's
was. And I do not believe I'm exaggerating when I say that the three of us have been there thousands of times. I don't even think that's an exaggeration. We've been down there that many times, right where all of this occurred. And we'll learn more about who this shooter was in a second. I was kind of surprised that they didn't shoot him. I think
I'm with the crowd, I think
they didn't want to hit other people, and maybe
from what I understand, like because of the crowd, and as soon as the shots were fired, you had your cops like moving towards it, and right before or right after he started shooting at another crowd, a cop was right by him to just
tackle him,
tackle him and smack the gun out of his hand.
Yeah.
So I think, probably the best move instead of shooting at him, because
yes, I would agree with that. I would agree with that. There were so many people in every direction that you would have absolutely risked friendly fire and more people getting injured or even killed to try to subdue the person who was doing the actual violence here. So probably a better outcome there.
Of the victim who was shot there. We do know 2 people were killed in this shooting. There were thousands of people out here, and I want to show you some surveillance video that we got from Orlando police.
This is where they run every direction. This is
wild. You can see those huge crowds out on Orange Avenue. There's a figure that's blurred in that video. That's one of the victims who was shot by the suspect who ran into.
Yeah, there's a woman in a scooter, and you go, why?
If there should be a hyperdrive button on that thing.
There's no feature that helps them out in an emergency because everyone is running. Look, the cops, that is kind of astonishing. Let's go back here. I know this is visual. I'll explain it for everybody who's listening. We're at an intersection, and everywhere you look, north, south, east, and west, all of the roads are packed shoulder to shoulder with people. When the gunshots begin ringing out from this 17-year-old shooter, everybody flees in all the directions. Count the time here until you see the cops showing up at the scene, because that's kind of wild. Ready?
You can see those huge crowds out on Orange Avenue. There's a figure that's blurred in that video. That's one of the victims who was shot by the suspect who ran into the crowd, opened fire. We're told by Orlando police that suspect, who is 17 years old again, ran from that spot.
The second shooting was literally around 2 police vehicles with their lights on. The second spot where they shot.
I'm giving it, it's like so weird to say this, but like the credit where it's due. But you're looking at OPD, who did not turn around, hide, run away from the situation. They went right into it.
Yeah, that's true. That's absolutely true.
They stopped this from being a lot worse than it would have been.
Yeah, I mean, imagine if this person would have just kept going. There were so many human beings. It could have been a hell of a lot worse. You're absolutely right about that. They went to it, and they got this guy within a matter of seconds, not minutes. And we've seen so many of these other stories where people maybe weren't quite as brave, and more people died than should have, but the cops were right there.
To Washington and Orange Avenue, and then shot more gunshots and killed another person there. Several other people were wounded, we are told. In total, 8 people were shot. Again, 6 of them were hurt, 2 of them were killed. And at that second location at Washington and Orange, that is where Orlando police, an officer was able to take the suspect down. We're told he actually saw some of the shots being fired there, took the suspect down, and he was arrested. And we heard from the Orlando police chief this morning about his officers' response to this attack.
Let's see what they say real quick.
During this night, we had about 100 officers who were working the detail, spread out, and as you can see in all the videos, the officers responded very quickly. The officers did a great job. They responded right when they heard the shooting. You know, as everybody else is running, they're not. They're sitting in a position looking for a shooter.
True.
They found the shooter, and they took him down.
Man, there it is. Okay, well, we have the press conference. We'll get to that at some point during the show here. We're not going to be 100% in on just that story, obviously, today. There are many things happening, and we will have some fun along the way. We'll talk about what went down last night. Trick or treat all over the place, man. I've never had it like that in my neighborhood. And honestly, I freaked out. I had a panic moment last night. I know, very, very, very small in comparison to anything anybody else was dealing with. But I have some questions that I want to ask the two of you about if I handled something completely and totally wrong or if I got it right. We'll get to that. We'll get to how you guys fared last night. I know C-Lane had a brand new situation. I know Sabrina had a whole setup going on. We'll get to the press conference from this Halloween shooting in downtown and a whole lot more. It's all coming up next on the News Junkie.
If you're going to give up your personal information to a giant, merciless corporation, might as well listen to something good. So tell Alexa to play Real Radio 104.1 on iHeartRadio.
From the Goldsmith Jewelry Shop Traffic Center. Shop the best quality jewelry and lowest price. GoldsmithJewelry.com.
There's a couple accidents to watch out for here. The ramp from the Beach Line westbound to I-4 westbound, that is partially blocked. There's stop-and-go traffic due to an accident on Florida's Turnpike southbound before Hancock Road. Traffic is backed up from County Road 561. Authorities are clearing up an accident here on Apopka Vineland Road near Balboa Drive. If you see traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Discover. Time with family, laughs with friends, and cash back. Discover's got you covered on the last one. That's because Discover doubles all the cash back you've earned on your credit card at the end of your first year with Cash Back Match. See terms at discover.com/creditcard.
iHeartRadio has the 2024 presidential election covered with Decision 2024. Listen for real-time results and updates as the votes come in. From key races to national trends, our team will cover it all. Tuesday night, stay informed and stay connected on the go with your free iHeartRadio app. Just open the app and search News and keep listening.
A people-first presidency.
Make America great again.
Decision 2024 on iHeartRadio.
Mornings. Nope, not my thing. But when I imagine a McDonald's breakfast in my hand, suddenly the snooze button is out of the picture. Now for a limited time, the 2 for $5 mix and match breakfast deal includes the sausage, egg, and cheese McGriddles, egg McMuffin, or the sausage McMuffin with egg. It's like a fist bump for breakfast that says, you've got this. It's time to gear up and seize the day. The breakfast hype is real. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Limited time only. Prices and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal. Single item at regular price.
What's better than air conditioning? A portable air conditioner you can take anywhere. Enter McDonald's. Their drinks always cool me down, so I call them Air Cup-ditioners. Air Cup-ditioners come in all my favorites, like classic Coke, Sprite, Fanta, and of course, Southern-style sweet tea. And they're incredibly cost-effective. Any size is just $1.59 all day. Air drinks. And they're drinks from McDonald's. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Prices and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal. Coca-Cola, Fanta, and Sprite are registered trademarks of the Coca-Cola Company.
Mommy, want to play a game with me and Dad?
Mommy's not feeling good.
You need to vaporize that cold.
Vaporize?
Yeah, with Dayquil VapoCool. It's Dayquil plus a rush of Vicks vapors.
Whoa.
Come on, honey. Let's let Mommy rest.
You guys are amazing. And so is Dayquil VapoCool.
Dayquil VapoCool, the vaporizing daytime coughing, aching, fever, power through your day medicine. And to vaporize sore throat pain, try Vicks VapoCool drops. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
So this new dose is, nope, that's not it. The price is nowhere to be found.
Mr. Green? Hi, it's all good. We've got this.
This is not just help from a Walgreens pharmacist.
Oh, new prescriptions. Cool. Let me check to see if these are the lowest cost options covered by your Medicare plan.
Oh, that's great. Thank you.
This is someone supporting you every step of the way. Chat with a pharmacist today to find help saving. This is the human kind of help. Walgreens.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
Are you a victim of the timeshare trap and think there's no way out? I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group, the original timeshare cancellation expert. And I'm here to tell you that there is a way out. All you need to do is give my office a call. I will send you a timeshare exit information kit absolutely free, explaining how the timeshare industry works and your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your free info kit. Call 800-522-5700. 800-522-5700.
Let me tell you about my friend, State Representative David Smith. He is a combat veteran who is now fighting to get our fair share of the state budget, money for our communities. His opponent just moved to Florida. She is an atheist who doesn't believe in God. She is fighting to remove the Christian cross from churches and veterans' monuments. On November 5th, I am voting for our friend David Smith, paid for by David Smith, Republican for State Representative.
Hey everyone, it's Jay Shetty, and I am so excited to let you know that my latest podcast interview is with the one and only Tom Hanks.
I have left many wonderful atmosphere or a loving atmosphere without thinking, oh, things were really wonderful back then. I wish I was back there. Jay, I don't think I've ever thought that.
Listen to On Purpose with Jay Shetty on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Open your free iHeart app and search On Purpose.
Don Jr. here, guys. Are you receiving letters from the IRS claiming you owe back taxes? As penalties and interest fees pile up, the IRS gives you no clear path to resolution. Don't speak to them on your own. They are not your friends. To reach a team of licensed tax professionals that can help you reduce, settle, and resolve your tax matters, go to tnusa.com and check them out.
Solve your tax problems today. Call 1-800-780-8888 or visit tnusa.com. That's 1-800-780-8888.
As storm season heats up, your Better Business Bureau reminds you to make a list now of trusted professionals. If you need help after a hurricane, who will you trust? Protect your home and family by choosing licensed, reputable professionals. Turn to bbb.org to find a better business.
This is trial attorney Jeff Kaufman for the injury law firm of Kaufman & Lind. I get less than 30 seconds to convince you to hire my law firm, to trust me, to believe in me, to somehow convince you that my firm is going to get you the best results possible. Now, can you do that in 30 seconds? Hopefully I just did. Contact us at oneunits.com or dial 407-500-JEFF. That's 407-500-5333. Offices, Orlando.
It's always a good time for donuts, so indulge in Shipley Donuts. Fresh-made donuts in delicious flavors from classic glaze to the Oreo cookie top treats, crafted with quality ingredients. Catering and online ordering is available. Visit Shipley Donuts, now open in Orlando on South Cimarron Boulevard.
Jessica, I had a really nice time tonight.
Me too.
Of all the girls in Orlando, there's no one I'd rather spend time with.
I feel the same way.
There's just one thing I have to tell you. Now, only with Verizon, you can get YouTube Premium for just $10 per month with my plan, making it totally ad-free, because there's nothing worse than an interruption from an ad right when things are about to get interesting.
What?
Check it out at a Verizon store here in Orlando.
My car's here. Bye.
YouTube Premium perk requires line subscribe to my plan. Must be 18 years or older. Cancel anytime. One offer per eligible Verizon line. Additional terms apply. U.S. only.
Look to Orange Buick GMC for your next truck at orangebuickgmc.com. We are professional grade.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, bank, B-A-N-K, bank. Enter it now on our website, realradio.fm. Good luck.
Send him your tips and your deepest, darkest secrets. Email tips at the...
Join us on the show. Go to thenewsjunkie.com. Hit record on your first dispatch right now. It's very easy. Audio, video, whatever you want to send. Get your thoughts on the show. This is maybe one of the worst ads I've heard so far in the political thing. I don't know why, but it just strikes me as gross and weird. But there's one that's airing now where the guy just said, my opponent is an atheist. She doesn't even believe in God. And you go, what? What is this, the 1980s? What is happening right now?
Oh, yeah.
Talk
that's
about
the go-to, man.
That's weird, man. That's weird. I get it. If you want to be religious, be religious. That's awesome. But could you imagine if there was somebody who ran, let's say it was where they had a large Muslim population, like in Minnesota, and there was a politician who was like, my opponent is not even a Muslim. Why would you vote for them? Obviously, people would go, wow, that's bad. That's a weird look. I don't like that. This is not even about somebody's positions or what they're going to do to the city or state or country.
I mean, didn't Trump just say, like, if God could come down and vote, then we would win all the states?
I don't know. I didn't even say that, but I don't doubt it. This was some other dude. I don't even know who it was. I don't know who the guy was. I don't know if he was Democrat, Republican. I don't know anything about him. I heard the ad, and the guy says in the political ad, C-Lane, you heard it, right?
Yeah.
What did he say? She's an atheist, and she doesn't even believe in God.
Yeah. I think it wasn't supposed to be the person running, but it was supposed to be just a person that, like, I'm not voting for her. She doesn't believe in God.
Oh, I see. Like an attack ad against the person, but not the opponent voicing it, I guess. I thought that was kind of gross. There's a lot of these that are pretty bad.
I think that still works in some places.
You think so?
Yeah.
I don't know. Well, what? Okay, I'm sorry. I hate to do this. Let's look up in the United States by religion. What do we look? Latest we can see people by religion. I'm sure Christian or Catholic or whatever is probably still the largest, but it's nowhere near what it used to be.
All right. Christianity, the largest religion in the United States, with 68% of Americans identifying as Christian. That includes 33% Protestant, 22 Catholic, and 13 other.
When's this from?
Out
of curiosity.
I don't. I'm reading the generative AI.
Okay, because that's higher than I would have thought it would have been. But go ahead.
Unaffiliated. They're going, oh, come on. What are we doing here? Unaffiliated, 27.5% say they're unaffiliated with any religion. Non-Christian religions, 5% of Americans identify with non-Christian religions, including Jewish and Mormon. And 3% did not answer the question.
Wow. And you think, C-Lane, that still would have an impact, like maybe would sway people to vote against this person?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You don't?
I don't know.
I think especially in like smaller towns, smaller, more conservative areas.
Yeah. I mean, here's the thing. I think that church attendance is probably the lowest we've ever seen it right now, would be my guess. It's my gut telling me that church attendance and people's religiosity, if I can, is at all-time low levels. So I think the average person listening to an attack ad when they hear, my opponent's an atheist, they don't even believe in God, I think the person goes, who cares? But
that, or they already know.
But there would be, I mean, maybe if you're religious, maybe you get won over by that. It's interesting watching this show Hysteria that's out right now. I don't think C-Lane's watching it, but Sabrina
haven't seen it yet. No.
Okay. Sabrina and I have been watching this show, Hysteria, and it's satanic panic back in the 80s or 70s or wherever it's supposed to take place.
Wasn't Hysteria also a movie about the invention of the vibrator, or am I getting that?
That's what they claimed women had.
Yes, that's true.
And then they had to sit with doctors and get...
Who would use vibrators. Yes, right. that is factually true. Yes, I don't know if there was a movie about it.
There was.
The new show, Hysteria, with Julie Bowen, who you might know as the mom from Modern Family, is about satanic panic in the 1980s. And it's very, 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 very true that in this time, there was a lot of people who were saying, oh, there's Satanists in our neighborhood. They were blaming crime on Satanists. The big boogeyman at the time was Satanists. Neither then in the 80s nor now in 2024 were there ever a significant portion of Satanists in the United States of America. It's a fraction of a percentage of people that would actually be in this world. But people get scared of the current boogeyman. Insert current boogeyman here.
Technically, 68% of Americans believe in Satan, but they just don't worship him.
Right. But I'm talking about people who would be like, oh, my God, this person's Satan worshiper that's next to me. This person's dangerous.
Yeah, it was like of the kids wearing leather jackets and listening to hard rock music. They were worshiping Satan.
Well,
and then who was the serial killer that was around that time?
You talking about the one?
My God, slasher guy or something like that.
The clown one? John Wayne Gacy?
No, it was like it's a younger guy.
The good-looking
John
guy.
Wayne Gacy Jr.
No, it's not his.
It
No,
was
I
all
don't-
around the same time, my
Yeah.
point being.
Somebody will hit us up on chat. Who is the good-looking serial killer guy? Ted Bundy?
No. It was like long hair. It was part of the Satanic Panic.
Oh, you mean Charles Manson?
Nope. All right. I'm going to
'Cause
go
he
ahead and
was.
just Google it.
Okay, yeah.
Long
but-
hair and rocker kind of looking guy, but none of the names you've mentioned.
Yeah, they tied Charles Manson into this stuff with Helter Skelter. Richard Ramirez? Is that what you're talking about?
That's
Okay,
exactly
Richard
what I'm
Ramirez.
talking about.
This was a huge thing back in the day. And now I think they're trying to act like we're still in the 1980s. I was banned for a joke on Twitch says, Sean is forgetting the fast growth of megachurches. I don't think that makes up for the percentage difference. See if your old GPT over there, whatever you're asking, church attendance by year. Because I'm going off gut, but my gut tells me it's never been lower. It's never been lower than it is right now.
Think of those mega churches, though.
The mega churches aren't going to offset what's happening with churches in general in the United States of America. Younger generations are so much less religious than they have been previously.
It says church attendance has declined in most U.S. religious groups. 3 in 10 U.S. adults attend religious services regularly, led by Mormons at 67%.
Damn Mormons. Look at that. Mormons still getting out there and going to church. Everybody else just staying home, going to the church of, as my dad used to say, St. Mattress on Sundays when he did not want to attend church. He would go there. He was big into it, not me, but even he wouldn't be like, I'm not voting for that person. They're an atheist. They don't believe in God. Now, maybe this is just tiddlywinks compared to some of the bad political ads you've heard. Let us know the worst that you've heard in this season of endless political ads. What's gotten your attention and you went, that is just gross? Let us know. Go to thenewsjunkie.com. Hit record on your first dispatch right now. When we return, a bank robber makes the news, and this guy is just a real personality. What happened with him? You're not going to believe the details on this story, but he just wanted to go to jail. He said, give me the max, but I'll tell you everything that went down with this bank robber. That is coming up next on the News Junkie.
This weekend, Real Radio 104.1. Smith this weekend on Real Radio.
There will be some passing showers. Overall, the rain chance at 20%, slightly higher chance at the coastline. For tomorrow or Saturday, much the same, waking up to temperatures in the upper 60s, topping out around 84 degrees. The rain chance at 40%. Looking ahead next week to the tropics, a disturbance may develop in the Caribbean, bringing rain to our region late next week. From the Fox 35 Storm Team, I'm meteorologist Brooks Garner.
This report is sponsored by Batteries Plus. Lose your key? Don't get stuck without a spare. At Batteries Plus, you can get a key fob for up to 50% less than what a dealership would charge. Keys cut, key fobs programmed, and batteries replaced on the spot. Avoid a car key catastrophe. Get a spare key today at Batteries Plus.
That mortgage guy, Don, offers HELOCs, home equity lines of credit. It's a way to unlock your equity while keeping your super low 2%, 3%, or 4% rate intact on the first mortgage. Get cash out for home improvements, debt consolidation, weddings, Christmas decorations, back taxes, etc. And unlike the corner banks, that mortgage guy, Don, has HELOC options as low as a 640 credit score. Get a quote today with no hard credit inquiry by going to thatmortgageguyDon.com.
Don't miss the vote. Compare your quote with thatmortgageguyDon.com.
Attention. If you suffer from consistent pain in your joints caused by arthritis, overuse, or injury, you may be a candidate for a revolutionary therapy that could revitalize damaged tissue. This approach can provide long-lasting relief from pain in your knees, shoulders, hips, and other joints with no surgery, no drugs, and no downtime. To find out if you're a viable candidate, you may request a free consultation from QC Kinetics by calling 689-305-2853. Instead of masking the symptoms, it goes to the root of the problem to resolve it at its source. Already used by thousands of satisfied patients nationwide, this joint pain therapy is available right now to the public, but only for qualified candidates. Again, to find out if you're a viable candidate for this therapy, you may request a free consultation by calling QC Kinetics at 689-305-2853. That's 689-305-2853.
Oh no, stomach issues again?
Stomach issues?
Who are you?
Your pancreas. I could be the real reason for your diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose oily stools.
I thought it was my stomach.
People often do, but any of these symptoms could mean having a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and speak with your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
An official message from Medicare.
Medicare plans change from one year to the next. And this year, it's important for you to review your current coverage and compare all your options during Medicare open enrollment. Compare health plans, drug coverage, and costs. See if you can save some money, and don't forget to make sure your drugs are covered. Open enrollment ends December 7th. Visit Medicare.gov or call 1-800-MEDICARE.
Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
Cento Family Moving and Storage is Central Florida's trusted source for local and long-distance moving. From packing to delivery, Cento Moving is fully licensed and insured to provide you a seamless moving experience so you can enjoy your new home in no time. Get a quote today at CentoMoving.com. Forget the stress, move with the best.
Mills Air in business since 1992. That's over 30 years here in Central Florida. They're not going anywhere. Carrier factory authorized dealer. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier. Equipment change-outs and upgrades right now with up to $1,275 in rebates. Visit millsair.com.
Everywhere you look, things are getting more expensive. So at Consumer Cellular, we're lowering the price for those 50 and up. Now you can get unlimited talk, text, and data for $30 a line when you buy two. That's just $60 a month for 2 unlimited lines. So if you're 50 and up, make the switch and save. Come on, you've earned this. Call 1-888-FREEDOM. Or visit consumercellular.com today. Requires 2 lines of service, age validation, and credit approval, subject to system and area limits, taxes, and other fees apply.
Hi, I'm Kyle at Blindster.com. I started Blindster in 2010 in my garage after I overpaid for new blinds. I researched the industry, hired my mom, and 14 years later, we're one of the largest retailers of custom blinds in the U.S. Don't pay too much for new blinds. Go to Blindster.com.
This earful of real radio is brought to you by JustCallMo.com. Injured on the go? JustCallMo.com.
Real Radio is on Threads at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Have you been in an accident? Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Send him your tips and your deepest, darkest secrets. Email tips at...
We'll get to how our Halloweens went. Mine was a little strange and scary for a moment, though it shouldn't have been for me. That honestly was. We'll get into more details of the Halloween shooting downtown that's coming up in a bit. Obviously, we have to keep an eye on that. And this bank robber story that I was teasing as well. But first, I wanted to work on something else. Excuse me. I thought this was maybe a glimpse of our future because AI is such a big part of things. You want to talk about AI in this show? C-Lane was literally just using AI, I believe, to figure out things in the middle of a segment on this show.
I gotta tell you, Google's really good at that because if it's the first answer,
then you're not looking at anything
which seems to put together a bunch of sources. But from what I understand, it's just Google's sponsored sources first.
It's
Yeah,
like
sometimes.
I don't even really try sometimes to use AI. It's there.
You just do.
And
It's becoming an
there.
extension of
And now
us.
I got I just updated my laptop and it has the Apple Intelligence now.
Oh, really?
And I haven't really messed with any of the features, but I'm seeing like it tries to suggest replies to text messages, and I always think that those seem like the most, or excuse me, the least sincere applies.
Oh, for sure.
Reply, excuse me. It always seems like if somebody sends me one of those, I'm like, that was fed to you.
Dear colleague, it is at the behest of, what? Nobody talks like that.
I hope this message finds you well and in good spirits. It is me, Sabrina.
So here's an example of how AI has real-world strange consequences. Somebody asked AI to generate a flyer for a Halloween event. And I'm looking at it. I'm looking at the flyer that they generated. And it looks so fake to me. It says, the biggest Halloween website. All right? That's what it says on top of the website. Then it says, welcome to My Spirit Halloween, your ultimate destination for all things Halloween. Dive into a world of spooky delights where magic and mystery come alive. Explore our extensive collection and transform your Halloween into an unforgettable celebration. Join us at My Spirit Halloween and make this season the most spectacularly spooky one yet. And they have up on it a bunch of different photos. And it says celebrities. You got, is that Cristiano Ronaldo? I don't know if that's him or not.
It's some soccer player.
You got Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast is on there. You got all sorts of different things that they say is going to be happening at this event.
Instagram captions.
Yeah,
sign me up.
Say what?
Weather updates, too.
You're kidding me.
Some of the things don't make any sense. There's little circles with photos of people, and it says events near me, giveaways, celebrities, Instagram captions, Halloween parades, Halloween costumes, weather updates, Halloween makeup, and Halloween concerts. And it says, this is Dublin Halloween parade. And this starts spreading around online. And it's all AI. So what happens? Well, this happens. All of these people showed up to this event that they thought was going down. And it was a fake Halloween parade. The sides of the road are lined with all kinds of people, maybe thousands, I would say, lined up for this Halloween event
that didn't
exist. Yeah, nothing was happening there.
How did that end up happening?
Because they just believed in this flyer that started to go viral. And they said,
I would need to see a little bit more than that flyer.
Correct.
That flyer looks like it's for a parade that I wouldn't enjoy. I'll be like, if that's the money that you put into marketing for your parade, what's the parade going to look like?
See, I want you to do yourself a favor. Give yourself a little pat on the back. It's a pat on the back.
Yeah.
You deserve it. Yeah.
Look at that.
You are a smart guy who thinks about things more than 1 second. Sabrina's saying, I wouldn't look at that flyer and go to that event. Okay. Good. These are the stupid people. They don't get to pat themselves on the back. But look how many stupid people there are. There's a flock of them. They all showed up for an event that wasn't actually real.
But none of them are talking to each other like, anyone get in yet? What's the price?
And is anybody out there going,
we're not moving?
What's up with these Instagram captions that they advertise?
Are we sure that those people were not just on that street because that is a place where you would go do Halloween stuff?
Possibly, because you look at that footage that you just played, and there is a group that is moving along, but there is a significant line of people that are looking straight at the person at the back of the head of the person in front of them.
Yeah,
just waiting. Nothing.
Because in some of the reporting about the shooting in downtown Orlando, they're saying like, thousands were flocked to the streets of downtown for a Halloween event. They went for Halloween. There was no like event. Like every individual bar probably had something going on, but these people were not there for one central thing. They were there for a whole bunch of things.
I mean, don't you think it's fair to call that an event down there? Just everybody goes to the same area and everybody dresses up.
But the point is, are all of those people shown in that video there for that parade, or are they just on the street because it's Halloween and there's a bunch of pubs open and they're doing their Halloween thing?
Well, lest you think I'm fake news in here, let me show you. This is the Irish Times, and the Irish Times says, thousands gather on Dublin's O'Connell Street for hoax Halloween parade that did not take place. A website had given details of a large event hosted by Galway Arts Ensemble Machnus, but no such festivities had been arranged.
That's very embarrassing, Dublin. Very embarrassing.
The website was myspirithalloween.com. It gave
How
details.
did you get that website, by the way?
That's not bad.
You would have thought that maybe some of the people that work for Spirit Halloween had kind of they bought up some of the things that are similar to just Spirit Halloween.
No, they're just buying up empty buildings. That's
They said,
most important part.
MySpiritHalloween.com gave details of a large parade which was supposed to take place from 7 to 10 p.m. The hoax parade was due to be hosted by Galway Arts Ensemble, which has held large parades in the past. So it's happened before, but it didn't take place this year. They said people were waiting for a Halloween parade, #Dublin. Nobody was around, no official announcement. People waiting on the wrong side of the road. Somebody pulled a big hoax, they said.
The website's still up.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow, hold on.
MySpiritHalloween.com is still a real website.
They said it was from Pakistan, I think. All right, here's the website.
I wonder what the gain is besides like looking at what you did. But are they getting any user information? Do people buy tickets?
I don't know. They
This
have
looks
like
so fake to me, though. That's the
they
thing.
have all sorts of events listed all over the world,
And these are
that
all fake.
I don't know if they're all fake or not. I'm looking right now.
There's one in New York called the Hide and Go Freak Halloween Party.
Are these all fake? Did they try to hoax the whole world and they just got a couple of them?
I don't know. I mean,
many of them.
You could ask ChatGPT or whatever AI you're using to make up a whole bunch of fake events. There's pricing listed here.
Yeah. People will fall for anything. You're all suckers, or at least some of you are. We got to be better about this. Don't go to fake parades. However, we had a real live event in my neighborhood last night for Halloween, or for Halloween. And I wasn't used to this because previously nobody would come to our house for Halloween. Kind of hurt my feelings a little bit. We would actually go away. And every once in a while, we see like one trick-or-treater come up and you feel bad because you get the notification of them at the doorbell. And you go, oh, no, this little kid dressed up as Buzz Lightyear's at the front door. I'm crushing his dreams right now. But we had all these new houses built across the street. There must be 8 of them, brand new. The whole side of the street is brand new. And I said, I wonder if this is going to drive a bunch of new trick-or-treaters in. And boy, did it ever.
You bet your butt.
So Courtney got all dressed up to hand out candy.
Great outfit, by the way. I love the makeup.
She looked great. She's really, really good at that stuff. She's very, very creative. And my worst fear was she's going to get all dressed up. She's got this candy that she went out and got. She's got this bucket. She's got a jack-o'-lantern that she did. And nobody's going to show up in our neighborhood. But boy, did they. And they started early, 5:30 or so.
Yeah, that was a thing that I was not prepared for. Neither my girlfriend. Mm-hmm. We had watched The Craft.
Yeah.
As our afternoon Halloween preparation, kind of just chill out before it starts. And then we get a ring on the doorbell and we're like, we're not ready. Grab the candy, grab the chairs and 2 wines. And here we go. And from, I don't know.
2 wines.
2 wines. One for each of us. There are 2 humans ready to drink. And from 5:45 until like 9.
9. Yeah.
It was
even a little later.
Stop.
What's funny is that by the time how old the person at your front door trick-or-treating is. At 9:15, that's a teenager out there.
Yeah.
That's a straggler teenager who's like, we can get a couple more houses in.
See, I saw something different. There were truckloads. There was a guy had a trailer behind his Jeep with people and children, but also teenagers and adults who were just going to the last minute neighborhoods, and they would stop at the end of the block and you would try to find your house, and then they get back in the truck and keep on driving.
Man.
And I felt weird about it.
Oh, God. Well, I don't know how many you had. You had a lot, I think. I think you had a lot of people in your neighborhood.
We blew through $300 worth of candy.
Oh,
easily.
my God. Okay, you had way more than we did. But we were used to nothing. And we had probably 60 or 70 kids come by last night. And I was going, oh, my God, what are we doing? What the hell? And we bought a big thing of Sour Patch Kids. And then what are those other things I said we had? Like not Takis, but they're like the sticks.
Oh, the Pocky stick.
Pocky sticks. Pocky. We had those, and kids loved those. Both of those were very, very popular. But our stock started dwindling really fast, and we started panicking. And we go, what do we do if we run out of candy? It's only 6:30 or something.
I'll tell you what I did. I grabbed tiny bags of Cheetos.
Oh, my God.
Did the same thing?
That's exactly what we did.
Those go, and all I had, like an individual package size, was like 15 saltines.
What? Oh, still better than nothing. You're still giving them something at the front door.
They hated it. We left the house at that point. I went across the street to my neighbor's house because they do chili every year. And I watched as everybody went to the house, disappointed, and then took everything but the saltines.
Oh, man. We were pulling out old things of gummies that we had that were still good and useful. And I said, what are you supposed to do when you run out? Do you shut off all the lights in your house? Do you... What do you do? I've never been so scared socially of the repercussions, but what's the proper protocol there? Let us know what you think. Go to thenewsjunkie.com. Hit record on your first dispatch right now.
It's funny that you guys went to the Cheeto route because we actually had 2 boxes, and one of them had like bags of pretzels, and one of them had little mini bags of like those Utz cheese balls.
Utz?
Yeah. And my father-in-law was really trying to sell the kids on the cheese balls. And they're like, no thanks, we're just going to take the we had full bars. So they're like, we're going to take these. Thank you, though.
Yeah, that's number 1 on the list. Are you kidding me? That's what everybody wants. All right, we'll talk about how things got in your neighborhoods in just a moment. And we got to get to this bank robber story that I was teasing. Quick break. We'll get to that. It's coming up next in the News Junkie.
If you don't vote, you can't complain. Well, you can, but nobody wants to hear it. Actually, nobody wants to hear it. Period. Real radio, so just vote. Tuesday, 104.1.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
Watch out for an accident on Severin Boulevard southbound at Curry Ford Road. The right turn lane is blocked. Authorities are still working on that accident on the ramp from the Beach Line westbound to I-4. There's still some residual delays due to that accident on Florida's Turnpike southbound near Hancock Road. That's off to the side now. Just travel with caution through there. See traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Lowe's. Only at Lowe's, MVP Pro Rewards members can get a volume discount on eligible orders as low as $1,500. Discount on eligible product only and reflected in quote. Restrictions apply. See Pro Desk for details. MVP Pro Rewards program subject to terms and conditions. Details at Lowes.com/terms subject to change.
Real Radio wants to provide you with the assist for your holiday shopping by putting $1,000 in your hand before the holidays. We're talking about $1,000 13 times a day. Simply listen for the keywords to win $1,000 weekdays from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Take that keyword and enter it on our website, realradio.fm. Whether you do that on your phone or computer, we don't care. What we do care about is that you answer your phone from a number you most likely will not recognize when they call back the winner, because that's how you get $1,000 in your hand. This contest sponsored locally by Mills Air.
Mills Air, been in business since 1992. That's over 30 years. Carrier factory authorized dealer. Rebates up to $1,275 for brand new Carrier units. Turn to the experts. Carrier. And you can always turn to the experts at millsair.com.
Total Wireless is made to totally keep up with you. We now have unlimited data that never slows you down, covered by the Verizon 5G network, and all for less than $30 a month when you get 4 lines. And the best part? We give you a free Samsung Galaxy A54 5G when you switch to the Total 5G Plus Unlimited plan. Visit your local Total Wireless store today. Total Wireless, we're totally with you. Actual speeds may vary by location. For data management practices, see TotalWireless.com.
For 36 years, I've dedicated my life to law enforcement. With time, I've gained invaluable experience. And with that experience, a strong desire to evolve. I've worked to transform our Sheriff's Department, ensuring we have the latest technology to protect our community and maintain our commitment to our youth. Being a proven leader means embracing change, because with growth and innovation, we can achieve remarkable results and build a safer community for everyone. Paid by Mike Chitwood, Independent for Sheriff.
Mornings. Nope, not my thing. But when I imagine a McDonald's breakfast in my hand, suddenly the snooze button is out of the picture. Now for a limited time, the 2 for $5 mix and match breakfast deal includes the sausage, egg, and cheese McGriddles, egg McMuffin, or the sausage McMuffin with egg. It's like a fist bump for breakfast that says, you've got this. It's time to gear up and seize the day. The breakfast hype is real. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Limited time only. Prices and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal. Single item at regular price.
What's better than air conditioning? A portable air conditioner you can take anywhere. Enter McDonald's. Their drinks always cool me down, so I call them Air Cup Disheners. Air Cup Disheners come in all my favorites, like classic Coke, Sprite, Fanta, and of course, Southern Style Sweet Tea. And they're incredibly cost-effective. Any size is just $1.59 all day. There are drinks. Then there are drinks from McDonald's. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Prices and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal. Coca-Cola, Fanta, and Sprite are registered trademarks of the Coca-Cola Company.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
Are you a victim of the timeshare trap and think there's no way out? I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group, the original timeshare cancellation expert. And I'm here to tell you that there is a way out. All you need to do is give my office a call. I will send you a timeshare exit information kit absolutely free, explaining how the timeshare industry works and your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your free info kit. Call 800-522-5700. 800-522-5700.
As a mom, comforting my family is what I do best. Vicks Vapor Stick provides soothing, non-medicated Vicks Vapors in an easy-to-apply stick. And it dries fast, so there's no mess. I use it to comfort myself and my family.
Thanks, Mom.
Vicks VapoStick, soothing comfort for the whole family. And when you need more comfort for yourself, try Vicks Vapo Shower Max for steamy Vicks Vapors. Use as directed. VapoStick for use ages 4 and up. Vapo Shower Max use for adults only.
Moments like making my kids my famous meatballs mean a lot to me. But after being diagnosed with metastatic breast cancer, or MBC, which is breast cancer that has spread to other parts of the body, they mean even more. I take Ibrance, palbociclib.
Ibrance 125 milligram tablets with an aromatase inhibitor is for adults with HR-positive, HER2-negative MBC as the first hormonal-based therapy. Ask your doctor about Ibrance and visit Ibrance.com. Ibrance may cause low white blood cell counts that may lead to serious infections. Ibrance may cause severe inflammation of the lungs. Both of these can lead to death. Tell your doctor right away if you have new or worsening symptoms, including trouble breathing, shortness of breath, cough, or chest pain. Before taking Ibrance, tell your doctor if you have fever, chills, or other signs of infection, liver or kidney problems, are or plan to become pregnant, or are breastfeeding. Common side effects include low red blood cell and low platelet counts, infections, tiredness, nausea, sore mouth, abnormalities in liver blood tests, diarrhea, hair thinning or loss, vomiting, rash, and loss of appetite.
Attention. If you suffer from consistent pain in your joints caused by arthritis, overuse, or injury, you may be a candidate for a revolutionary therapy that could revitalize damaged tissue. This approach can provide long-lasting relief from pain in your knees, shoulders, hips, and other joints with no surgery, no drugs, and no downtime. To find out if you're a viable candidate, you may request a free consultation from QC Kinetics by calling 689-305-2853. Instead of masking the symptoms, it goes to the root of the problem to resolve it at its source. Already used by thousands of satisfied patients nationwide, this joint pain therapy is available right now to the public, but only for qualified candidates. Again, to find out if you're a viable candidate for this therapy, you may request a free consultation by calling QC Kinetics at 689-305-2853. That's 689-305-2853.
New South Window Solutions. We manufacture, we install, we guarantee. Visit newsouthwindow.com.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind Studios. Why Kaufman and Lind? Because your case matters. Contact them at whenyounneedus.com or dial pound 546 on your cell phone. This is WTKS FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Listen on your free iHeart Radio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. WIN. W-I-N. WIN. Enter it now on our website, realradio.fm. Good luck.
Radio, 104.1.
The biggest stories of the day in all their glory and insanity. You're listening to
Halloween weekend, if you will, and we love you. We appreciate you. If you want to learn more about the show, you can go to the website, which, as you may imagine, is at thenewsjunkie.com. It's all right there for you, including the podcast. Do we have a plan for the show today? We have concepts of a plan for the show today. Generally, that's the case.
Put the curtain back down.
There's no difference, but Halloween.
Who was it that said that? That
was Trump.
Was it?
Yeah. What's your plan? We've got concepts of a plan. It's like and I think afterwards you said you're going to use that on your wife when she asked you to do something around the house. So Halloween this week, I saw a lot of kids out. Felt old for the first Halloween in a long time because I couldn't tell what the kids were wearing. I couldn't tell what the Halloween costumes were in a bunch of these cases. And I said, do I not know the thing, the pop culture thing that they're referencing? What character are they supposed to be? And I saw some girl was a surfer with a shark bite taken out of her surfboard and some blood on her. And I'm like, is that
from
a thing?
The movie Crush, I imagine.
That's not even new, though. They are old things new again? They're referencing all.
There was like an 8-year-old that came up to our house and that said they were an 80s girl.
Oh, really?
And I go, that'll
make you feel old.
So long ago for you.
To her,
that's
the
ghost,
equivalent
right?
of that's the equivalent of like a 60s girl when I was growing up, or maybe even older than like I'm a 50s. I'm a somebody way back in the day, and now the 80s is that. The Halloween Adventures made me feel incredibly old.
My neighbor's kid had a Mighty Ducks jersey on, and
really,
I was like, oh, good for you, man.
How do they know this stuff?
I think he's into hockey. He's into hockey, so he probably, I'm sure his dad was like, hey, you got to watch these movies. I grew up on them.
Yeah, I mean, both of your houses from the photos I saw, it looked like you guys are in the hot spots for Halloween.
Gosh, is there a way you can share that picture without revealing my house? Because my neighbor across the street sent me a picture, and there was like 20 people outside. Of my damn house.
My thing with the trick-or-treaters is I don't actually know how many we had because we had so many of the kids from the block that were in and out. And then
my neighborhood was people from that do not live there.
I knew there were some coming in and out, and I saw some, but there was big stretches of time where I was nowhere near the candy distribution area of the Halloween party. So I don't actually know. There was There was one moment where I had to bite my tongue because there was a little girl dressed as SpongeBob. Yeah. And
you said, girls can't be SpongeBob.
No.
Yeah, he has a penis.
No.
Take the costume off, you little bitch. And then Celine went to jail.
No. The only thing I know about SpongeBob, my knowledge is very limited, and I know he lives in a pineapple under the sea. And I'm like, how can I connect with this SpongeBob girl? Ask her. No, can't ask her where she lives. That's creepy. That's nope.
Hey, little girl, where do you live?
No. So I just stopped trying to
It's a good
connect.
Good move for sure. I
have the photo. You can't see the number on your house.
So I sent you a cropped version of it, and I think that's fine.
Okay,
the kid's not fine.
Some little kid is doing you a solid too. He's blocking out your license plate on your car if you were worried about that at all. He's
I'm not,
perfectly
because
alive.
what do you do when you get a license plate? Unless you're a cop, you can do nothing with it.
You had a pretty cool setup here. You had all kinds of spooky stuff going on.
Yes, people are big fans of that, with the exception of some of the little kids. I have like a giant inflatable cat, and terrified of it. Absolutely,
they were scared?
Terrified, just because it had red eyes. And I was like, he has allergies. He's a nice cat.
There's all kinds of spooky stuff all around your house. There's a ton of people just standing around, waiting as their kids go.
And I got to tell you, also a very weird moment because of where we're at and an election coming up very soon. A lot of comments from parents.
Really?
About my signs or skipped my house.
Really?
And went
politically, they skipped it.
Next door, which has different signs than I do.
They went to the MAGA house. So you choose based on who you're voting for, what house to go to?
Yeah,
well, that seems dumb.
It was bizarre, but I mean, I don't know. Like, you do what you want. I was hoping that the entire haunted house feeling would distract from politics for just the night.
Could not imagine taking my kid trick-or-treating and then going, we're going to skip that house.
That's insane.
The house is decorated to the nines. The house is, I could see the bowl of full bars of candy right there, but we're going to skip it because they have Trump signs in the yard.
Yeah.
And to explain that to a small child, and if the child understands it, that's even worse.
Yeah, I would imagine you want to be out trick-or-treating because at home, kind of sucks.
Yeah, that's if you are so obsessed with politics that you're not going to let your kids get candy from a house that has a sign that you disagree with, whether it's one side or the other, that's insane. Your brain is mashed potatoes at that point. What are you doing? Let the kid trick or treat. Who cares about politics?
Yeah, and I'm like, happy Halloween, trick or treat. Let's just have fun and not talk about this because we are going to for the next week to 2 weeks to the rest of the year.
You know what? That shows me that you're a selfish person because Halloween's about the kids. No, not you. I'm talking about the individual that would make that decision.
Yeah, for sure. Now show the picture because I sent you the crop.
I got it up here.
Oh, that was me talking with a Grim Reaper, nonchalant.
Oh, is this the one I'm supposed to look at, or
the one right before is the crop?
All right, hang on, Susan. Let me
see the long one.
Oh, this one is like widescreen. Holy cow! Okay, yeah.
Look at that. Everyone just
there's a bunch of people.
Go.
Oh, I can see the cat now. I can see where the cat is right here.
Terrified of it. Had a fog machine.
Oh, yeah,
had
fog?
Skeletons and
kids love it,
the
man.
purple lights, which I hope some parents didn't think that meant it was a swinging house.
They would have skipped it for that, too.
Yeah,
there's so many reasons to skip houses. Courtney got
I'm
bullied.
too tired. No, thank you. Bullied.
She got bullied by the kids too much because a group of kids, a pack of kids, would come up to the house and there'd be, let's say, 8 of them all together. And she was trying to do this thing where she goes, do you want the Pockies or do you want the Sour Patch Kids? Give them an option. And with all these kids coming up, she just held the bowl out and hands just coming from every direction you could think of.
It was very strategic because if there was a giant group and they surrounded the bowl, then they were like, we're distracting them and we're grabbing as much candy as possible. By the time they all disperse, it's empty.
They empty the bowl.
Then there were some sweet kids who were just grabbing one piece of candy. And I'm like, no, you can grab another one. And then I got too excited. And I was
did?
And I grabbed just the biggest handful I could. And their eyes lit up. I felt like a really cool gal. And that's when we ran out of candy and had to hand out saltines.
I can tell how good you are of a parent by how your kid trick-or-treats. And there were some very sweet kids who were, thank you so much, happy Halloween. And there were some little monsters, actual little demons.
There was kids that changed their, he put a shirt over his costume as if I wouldn't recognize
come back
the rest of the costume.
And there was 2 kids at the end who just had, what are the things called where you turn into like Green Man? It wasn't green, it was black.
Like the full suit?
The full ghillie, not ghillie suit. The full suit where you just cover yourself. That's not even a costume. You're just hiding your identity in there. And then some of those kids were coming around. But it was a big, fun Halloween.
It was. I'm glad you guys got some action.
It was fun. It was really exciting. I said, now, moving forward, we have to be more prepared. I think we need to get some stuff up in our yard. I think we need to be ready so we don't have a panic attack when we start running out of candy.
I need to disperse a lot better. And I think that it is worth getting hey there, dispatcher, formerly known as Fancy Nancy, toys, or something else that's not candy.
Yeah, to mix it up.
I did say, on the walk this morning with Carl, I got a little sad because there was a full pencil on the ground that somebody clearly gave out, and the kid tossed immediately.
No,
I picked it up and I put it in my pencil, drawer.
You know what broke my heart?
Good old pencil drawer.
Yeah, so many pencils in it.
I put it in my pencil drawer,
ready to be sharpened.
Last year,
like a Musgrave pencil.
I told you last year we put out a table and we said take one, and you know what else we put out there? I don't even know if I talked about this, but I may have at the time. No. News junkie magnets.
Oh, that's so embarrassing, Sean.
We said, take a magnet if you want. And then we went for a walk the next day. And on the next street, there was like a pile of discarded magnets. Kids didn't want the magnets.
Of course they didn't want the magnets.
I don't know what the hell this show is. They don't know what the news junkie. There's just a pile, frisbee these things out of here. Those assholes didn't give us anything good. On to the next one. Just brutal. A man robbed a bank down in Miami, your neck of the woods, Sabrina.
What up?
And in this case, the bank robber, his name Terry Meach, M-E-A-H, He did not plead for leniency before his sentencing. He pleaded for more prison time.
Okay.
Meach said, I like to be in prison. Please, could you consider giving me the max or the most time so that I could get back to my normal life in a controlled environment when he robbed this place?
How are his teeth? I've heard that people will stay in prison because the dental care will get stuff done
honest to
quicker
God,
than you just doing it on your own.
You know what happens? People actually become institutionalized for real, and they go, I don't know how to live out here. I don't know what's going on. I don't have a support structure
going.
Like Brooks.
My friends are in there. Everything good I know is in there. Let me back in there. This guy said, give me the max. They gave him 20 years in federal prison, which is the maximum for one count of bank robbery. He says, prison keeps me from my own self-destruction. It keeps me outside the community and keeps the community safer. This is the greatest criminal to ever exist.
Part of me wonders if you should give him the max, because now we're just paying for this guy to, you're paying this guy's room and board. But then if we don't, he's going to go out and commit more crimes so he can get more prison time. So you're just like, all right, buddy, here's 20 years. Piss off.
Dude robbed a bank and then didn't get any money and robbed a bank across the street and then finally got some money and then off to jail. So good guy criminal. Good guy, bad guy is what we're looking at there. Good guy, bad guy. Okay, we want to hear from you. What do you think? Hit us up on the show today. Go to thenewsjunkie.com. Hit record on your first dispatch right now. Couple of emails real quick. Tips at thenewsjunkie.com. Steve says, I hadn't seen this mentioned anywhere. And he says, but vasectomies have gone way up since June 2022 when Roe versus Wade was struck down. I think you'll find this interesting. And he sends a link to a PBS story. It says, why vasectomies are on the rise after the fall of Roe versus Wade, which may be true. It doesn't surprise me. And, people should
I thought he meant
be...
a price for a second.
No. Price might have gone up,
I hope
actually.
not.
The amount of people seeking them, I think, has increased dramatically. It's a good solution. If you don't want to have kids, it shouldn't all be on women, for Christ's sake, right?
Thank you, Sean.
It should be something that you consider if you go, I never want to have kids again. I'm going to have a vasectomy. But a lot of people, a lot of guys, a lot of men out there, kind of brain dead. They got this idea that if you have a vasectomy, you're less of a man. If you have a vasectomy,
half the man I used to be.
You are indeed half the man you used to be, and
you can
this
be
is
that
somehow
man
embarrassing.
again with a reverse.
Yeah, it's that. This is a stupid thing, but I'm telling you, in groups of guys, they'll be like, "This guy's got a vasectomy."
You can't spread your seed everywhere now.
Yeah, it's really stupid, really, really dumb, and I hope that stops.
I was about to schedule one before we got into the process of changing houses. Yeah, they even prescribed me the Valium.
No, did they?
Yeah.
Sweet.
Oh man! So you got Valium for free, and you didn't have to do anything.
Well, I'm sure that they would want me to take the one that they prescribed me.
Two.
I still have it. 2, I think.
I suggest take 2. I did just one for the back, and I thought that'd be fine because I don't take Valium ever, and I regret it. So just go with the 2 and take that ride.
Yeah,
why not?
I think it was. I have to take 2 like an hour before I go in.
You'll be real chill about them handling your drugs.
This is a direct quote from my urologist. The Valium, quote, relaxes the sac, unquote.
Oh. Is that true?
Wow.
I've never heard this before.
It's part of easy access to everything.
Well, how do you feel about this? Do you feel that way? Do you feel like any sort of pressure, like I was saying?
From my wife, yes. No.
Not to do it. I mean, like, do you feel any hesitation?
We went to San Francisco. Mm-hmm. I had to buy rubbers.
Oh my
really?
God. Also, you just said rubbers.
Rubbers.
Yeah.
People say rubbers, okay?
No one says rubbers.
People say rubbers.
Yes, they do. You have to get into a time machine and go to 1993.
You don't have to get in the time machine. People say rubbers, Sean.
Unrelated, but Nicole last night was like, "Did you want a sucker?" And I go, "They're called lollipops. Please don't say that in front of the children."
That's sucker and pop that's the Ohio in her.
Very much.
It's a regional thing.
My grandmother was from Ohio, and when we would go to the bank, when you would go to the bank drive-thru, if they saw a kid in the car, they'd put a lollipop in the things. It's like, here, have your sucker.
I don't like it. It makes me uncomfortable.
It sounds way worse. Best emails, tips to the news junkie.com.
Also, congrats on the sex in California. Cool guy.
It's not what I was going for, though.
The wine adventure was even more fun than anticipated. All right, let's go over
to... done it in the Waymo.
No. Oh, God.
Beth emails tips to the news junkie.com.
Tell my mom to skip today's podcast.
Yes, please.
This was on the subject of living for 72 hours without any help, because yesterday we discussed on the show, in the UK, they said, every family must be prepared. The government can't help you. You have to be prepared with 72 hours worth of supplies. And I go, who can't last for 72 hours? What kind of person does that? 1 gallon of water and enough snacks or something around that they couldn't last for just 72 hours. And then a bunch of you actually nerds, and that's what you are from here moving out, actually nerds. The actually nerds said, well, technically, the Surgeon General recommends this much. No, I'm saying survive, not thrive, survive for 72 hours. With a gallon of water and a couple of things of crackers, you could probably make it that far. I think you really need to think about this for a minute, Beth says. There are a lot of people who go to their cupboards, that must be regional too, or refrigerator, and have little to nothing in there, or they have enough for 1 meal per day. I think you're looking at this being a privileged person, says Beth. Beth, what's keeping me alive is a $6 thing of bottled water that we got for an emergency and cans of beefaroni. I don't know if you consider that privilege, but we're talking about...
Show the rest of your pantry.
Well, I got all kinds of stuff, but what I would live on in an emergency would be some beefaroni. I love it. It keeps me alive. And water. That's what gets me through. If that makes me privileged, boy, I guess we're all privileged. It's not high-end stuff I'm talking about here. Beefaroni, it's like 5 cents.
I gave all my saltines out, too. That's going to really diminish my survival kit.
Yeah, you might be in trouble. Not 5 cents. I understand it's not 5 cents. Before you email me, actually, nerds already typing away on their keyboards.
When Sean was a teenager, it was 5 cents.
It's like 50 cents for the dented cans. Sometimes back then, way back in the day.
Microsoft went down 2 points.
Big Daddy.
Quick break. When we return, we'll get into it. We got updates on the Halloween shooting in downtown Orlando, of course. We'll get to that eventually. One of the ESPN hosts is in big trouble. What did he get caught doing? Wait till you hear this. It's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real radio is the Jim Colbert Show.
Today on The Big Show, we'll sniff out some yacht rock with Sink or Sail. I'll turn you into a great cigar with Embers Only. We'll find out what's good to eat and drink in Orlando with Primetime Kitchen and Fayez Cara. For trivia, it's tickets to see Whitney Cummings or Orlando Pride Playoff Soccer. 4 opportunities for you to win $1,000 plus your calls, texts, and talkbacks.
The Jim Colbert Show, today at 3 on Real Radio 104.1.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
Traffic is slowing down on I-4 before Champions Gate there. There's delays in the Lake Buena Vista area. Authorities are clearing up a couple accidents around the area. Travel with caution where Kirkman Road meets Vineland Road. The right turn lane is blocked on Summerlin Boulevard southbound near Curry Ford Road. There's an earlier accident on the ramp from the beach line to I-4 there. Just travel with caution on the roadways. And if you see traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by MD Now. Coming down with something and don't know what it is? Know now at MD Now. Their physician-led team can test for, diagnose, and treat a variety of illnesses. Just walk in or use their convenient web check-in. Visit mdnow.com and get back to better.
Buying a house or selling yours? The Nickley Group makes it as easy as ABC. And 1, 2... Oh, and fast, too, because the Nickley Group can get a guaranteed cash offer on your home today. Just visit thenickleyGroup.com.
Don Jr. here, guys. Are you receiving letters from the IRS claiming you owe back taxes? As penalties and interest fees pile up, the IRS gives you no clear path to resolution. Don't speak to them on your own. They are not your friends. To reach a team of licensed tax professionals that can help you reduce, settle, and resolve your tax matters, go to tnusa.com and check them out.
Solve your tax problems today. Call 1-800-780-8888 or visit tnusa.com. That's 1-800-780-8888.
let me tell you about my friend, State Representative David Smith. He is a combat veteran who is now fighting to get our fair share of the state budget, money for our communities. His opponent just moved to Florida. She is an atheist who doesn't believe in God. She is fighting to remove the Christian cross from churches and veterans' monuments. On November 5th, I am voting for our friend David Smith. Paid for by David Smith, Republican for State Representative.
Attention! Want to lose up to 15 pounds by this time next month? Now you can with semaglutide from Red Mountain Weight Loss. Get the same ingredients you'd find in the expensive brand name drugs for half the price at Red Mountain Weight Loss. For over 30 years, Red Mountain Weight Loss has been the leader in medical weight loss, providing quality medications and expert medical support. Our medications are all tested by an accredited and FDA-inspected lab, so you can trust the source. And our clinical team can help you with the tools to speed your weight loss. Why pay more when you can pay less for the same results? Get injectable semaglutide, the exact same ingredient found in the expensive brand names you've seen Oprah talk about, for a fraction of the cost. Lose up to 15 pounds by this time next month and look great in time for the holidays. Ask about our interest-free financing for payments that'll fit your budget. Red Mountain Weight Loss. Quality medications, expert support, faster results. Go to redmountainweightloss.com. That's redmountainweightloss.com.
Bring your forecast into focus with West 2 News on CW18 and meteorologist Kellyanne Class.
My focus is on your day, every day.
West 2 News Sunrise on CW18. Weekday mornings from 7 to 10.
Let's watch TV.
What do you want to watch?
Big Bang.
It's one of my all-time favorites.
Kick your night off with a bang.
Every night at 7 o'clock.
Bang, bang. Let the good times roll.
Sounds like a party.
Did someone say party? Party's my middle name.
You know you want to watch.
I'm so excited, but I just can't hide it.
The Big Bang Theory, tonight at 7, only on CW18.
I'm about to lose control, and I think I like it.
What are you talking about?
Covering Central Florida, so you never miss a moment of what's happening. Every night at 10, Michelle Imparato, Jesse Pagan, and First Warning Chief Meteorologist Tony Manalfi. West 2 News at 10 on CW18. Local, live, late breaking.
Moments like my daughter telling me a new joke mean a lot to me. But after being diagnosed with metastatic breast cancer, or MBC, which is breast cancer that is spread to other parts of the body, they mean even more. I take Ibrance, palbociclib.
Ibrance 125 milligram tablets with an aromatase inhibitor is for adults with HR-positive HER2-negative NBC as the first hormonal-based therapy. Ask your doctor about Ibrance and visit Ibrance.com. Ibrance may cause low white blood cell counts that may lead to serious infections. Ibrance may cause severe inflammation of the lungs. Both of these can lead to death. Tell your doctor right away if you have new or worsening symptoms, including trouble breathing, shortness of breath, cough, or chest pain. Before taking Ibrance, tell your doctor if you have fever, chills, or other signs of infection, liver or kidney problems, are or plan to become pregnant, or are breastfeeding. Common side effects include low red blood cell and low platelet counts, infections, tiredness, nausea, sore mouth, abnormalities in liver blood tests, diarrhea, hair thinning or loss, vomiting, rash, and loss of appetite.
Mommy, want to play a game with me and Dad?
Mommy's not feeling good.
You need to vaporize that cold.
Vaporize?
Yeah, with DayQuil VapoCool. It's DayQuil plus a rush of Vicks vapors.
Whoa.
Come on, honey. Let's let Mommy rest.
You guys are amazing. And so is DayQuil VapoCool.
DayQuil VapoCool, the vaporizing daytime coughing, aching, fever, power through your day medicine. And to vaporize sore throat pain, try Vicks VapoCool drops. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
I'm Julian Edelman.
I'm Rob Gronkowski.
Welcome to Dudes on Dudes. We're going to highlight players, and we're just going to sit here and talk about them. And we'll get into the types of dudes. Is Randy Moss a stud or a freak? Is Tom Brady a dog or a dude's dude?
We're going to find out, Jules. New episodes drop every Thursday during the NFL season.
Listen to Dudes on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Open your free iHeart app and search Dudes on Dudes to start listening.
Think orange for your next vehicle. OrangeBuickGMC.com. We are professional grade.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. WIN. W-I-N. WIN. Enter it now on our website, realradio.fm. Good luck.
Three best friends diving into the deep end of internet culture.
This week is going to be a wild one, no matter what goes down. And so hanging out with us is your best bet. We're going to have some
make it
fun.
better. Yeah.
It's going to make it better being with us. We're going to have fun. We're going to bring some levity to what's happening. And we're going to tell you what is actually occurring through all of the chaos that this week may bring us. Join us on the show. You could send us a dispatch. Go to thenewsjunkie.com. Hit record on your first dispatch right now. A host on ESPN is in big trouble for doing something that C-Lane, I think, might appreciate. We'll get to that momentarily.
Somebody spaz or...
No,
careful, Christopher.
What he got caught doing makes you go, whoa, what are you thinking, man? What the hell were you thinking?
I was listening to some of that coverage from the Tom Brady thing and the spaz and kind of going over in my head how we went through that, where how idiot used to be a medical term, and then every so often, like it's almost like generationally, we use the medical term as an insult for too long that it becomes offensive, and then we have a new term. So it's like right now, when you talk about somebody who's on the spectrum, that's a perfectly acceptable way to talk about people with autism. Mm-hmm. But I'm like, as soon as somebody changes it to spec and goes, oh, that guy over there, he's a little specky. I was like, what's going to be the next thing? If they cancel that word, you got to have a list of backup words to come up with.
Spooze.
Yeah.
I don't know if that one's great.
Okay.
And just for the record, if you're not aware, Tom Brady last week during an NFL broadcast said one of the players was spazzing out. And then there were a couple of pearl clutchers who said, this is offensive. It's able-bodied against clumsy people. And all the normal people went, oh, my God, shut up. Please stop with this nonsense. Words change over time. It's weird. When I was little, growing up, queer was a very different word than queer is now. The word has gone on a little journey, and some of them stay in the bad spot. There's some of them that just like, oh, that one's always off limits. Some of them move around. But before we talk about this ESPN host and what he got caught doing, I wanted to work in a story that nobody is discussing that I think is of interest with an election just a couple of days away. Did you guys hear what happened at the Tampa Hard Rock Casino?
Yes.
You did? Okay.
Yes, I'm currently removing that story from This Week in Florida.
I will remove it for you.
Thank you.
I just grabbed
Apologies.
all the papers.
A man arrested this week is accused of leaving 2 improvised explosive devices, IEDs, in restrooms at the Hard Rock Casino in Tampa.
Good God.
There could be a political tie into this. Like, this man may have had some sort of political motivation one way or another.
Why the casino then?
Well, hold on. I'll go into why I would think that. But Brian Eckley, 46 years old, was the guy who did this. He put these IEDs in the bathrooms of the Hard Rock Casino in Tampa, Florida. He was arrested Wednesday this week with 2 counts of making and placing destructive devices with the intent to harm as his charges. The charge is a second-degree felony punishable by up to 15 years in prison. He left the devices in 2 men's restrooms at the casino, and they said a casino employee found the first device, prompting officials to evacuate the casino, and then they found a second device. They rendered both of the devices safe. They said the devices could be remotely controlled, but did not provide more details about these devices.
Question. A lot of these stories use the term improvised explosive device.
Uh-huh.
Is there...
That's a yes and, I believe.
Is there a explosive device that's not improvised that you could use?
Like a bomb or a rocket?
Right, but all of these are bombs.
Yeah,
it's not like you can go down to the bomb store and just get, pick up, take 2 bombs.
No, but
please.
this is to say there's a homemade element.
Yeah, like
to the...
For like the crock pots that you put all the nails and
pressure cookers, yeah.
Right.
It's not a crock pot. That wouldn't work.
It's just a pressure cooker slowly.
This is why I don't cook.
Pressure cooker bombs are what the Boston bombers ended up using, and that would be an IED as well. That would be an improvised explosive device. It says an arrest warrant filed with the Hillsborough County officials said the device consisted of a fireworks receiver with blue wires connecting the receiver to a plastic firework hand grenade and a small aerial mortar. The warrant noted that one device was found near a gas line. Both devices were placed in a manner that, had they detonated, it posed a risk of serious bodily injury. Why do I think there could be some connection to the election? Well, this guy, back in September, just a month or so ago, September 26th, was arrested on an aggravated assault charge. In that case, he got into an argument with another man about politics, a political fight the two of them got into. And then he returned with 2 handguns and a rifle, which I don't even know how he was carrying that, but he's got all of his guns. He got 2 handguns and a rifle. He comes back.
Nature's pocket.
Got holsters, man.
He knocks on the door, and when the man answers, they begin to fight about politics again. He pointed the rifle at the man and fired a round into the air. So was this about politics as well? We got an election right here. Who knows what has all the crazies fired up? It could be absolutely anything. We'll see if there's more on that. Go to thenewsjunkie.com and send us a dispatch with your thoughts now.
Oh, damn. This guy, he was seen driving a white Ford Explorer with unique characteristics that allowed the team to identify its previous owner, and they learned that he purchased the vehicle under an alias and used a burner cell phone and paid for it in cash. This guy did not want to be found.
He was going he was going lengths to try to make sure they couldn't find him. Thank God they were able to piece that all together and catch this guy. Damn.
Fox 13 News said it took gumshoe police work, old-fashioned gumshoe work to get this guy.
What I was talking about with this ESPN host that is connected to Sealand and Away, ESPN's Adam Schefter. He's a guy who breaks news in the sports world all the time.
Familiar.
And he was posting on Twitter, and he was talking about New York Jets receiver Malachi Corley, his blunder after the rookie accidentally fumbled the ball before crossing the goal line. And they said, hold on just a second, Adam Schefter. I don't know. Let me see if I can find this here anywhere. Adam Schefter, he made a mistake because the video that he posted on Twitter, there was one thing in particular that stood out, and it was a little, what do they call it? What do they call when you put like your website or something on a screen? There's a
water logo.
A bug? Is it called a bug? Like a watermark or a bug? And here's the video the ESPN guy posted. And the top left.
Oh, no. Yeah.
It says
methstreams.com, which is apparently an illegal streaming site.
But how do you work for ESPN and not have access to certain games that you're supposed to be reporting on? ESPN should be paying for this guy's subscriptions to everything.
Yeah, to Amazon, where this game was actually broadcast,
but
not
what's
meth streams.
Also, how do you not have Amazon Prime? I have so many questions.
All right,
did Adam Schefter post it himself, or was that a retweet? Or
he posted it himself. Yeah, it's right here from his account. No touchdown, fumble, Texans ball, and 10.9 million views on that video. Do you meth stream? I thought meth streaming would be a very different thing, honestly.
I didn't think they would stream it. I think it's more of a personal, you're there now.
I thought it would be a streaming platform explicitly for or exclusively for meth addicts, which would have been interesting, but not football related. What do you think? Let us know. Go to thenewsjunkie.com. Hit record on your first dispatch right now. When we return, the next episode with Sabrina. What's coming up on the next episode?
So sorry, that was preemptive. What's coming up on the next episode? A Halloween recap with the celebrities and their We've Got a Team of 20 Professionals costumes. A new movie is bravely mixing the story of our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ and mixed martial arts, plus the rest of the craziness of this week so we can make room for next week's crazy. All that and so much more coming up on the next episode.
And that is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Coming up tonight on Real Radio, at 7, it's a corporate time with Tom and Dan. Brought to you by MyEternalVitality.com and Modern Plumbing Industries. At 8 p.m., it's Bungalower and the Bus. And at 9, we all find out what the hell Angel is listening to tonight on Real Radio 104.1.
From the Cool Today Weather Center, cooltoday.com.
Hey there, I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Brooks Garner with your Fox 35 Central Florida forecast. This afternoon, we'll have a mix of sun and clouds. A few passing showers can't be ruled out. High temperature 85 degrees. Our rain chance at 20% in Orlando, close to 30% chance at the coast. For tomorrow, we'll see our rain chances going up a little bit more. More of these widely scattered, brief hitting showers. Overall, 40% chance. Our Saturday high temperature close to 84, a mix of sun and clouds. From the Fox 35 Storm Team, I'm meteorologist Brooks Garner.
This report is sponsored by Direct Auto. Direct Auto Insurance is for uncompromisers. With savings of up to 25%, you can stop compromising and keep driving. Get a free quote at directauto.com. Savings based on discounts can vary. How you buy can affect price. National General Group, Winston-Salem.
Attention. If you suffer from consistent pain in your joints caused by arthritis, overuse, or injury, you may be a candidate for a revolutionary therapy that could revitalize damaged tissue. This approach can provide long-lasting relief from pain in your knees, shoulders, hips, and other joints with no surgery, no drugs, and no downtime. To find out if you're a viable candidate, you may request a free consultation from QC Kinetics by calling 689-305-2853. Instead of masking the symptoms, it goes to the root of the problem to resolve it at its source. Already used by thousands of satisfied patients nationwide, this joint pain therapy is available right now to the public, but only for qualified candidates. Again, to find out if you're a viable candidate for this therapy, you may request a free consultation by calling QC Kinetics at 689-305-2853. That's 689-305-2853.
Hey, welcome to Total Wireless. How can I help you?
Oh, my phone is panicking. It thinks I'm trading it in.
No worries. At Total Wireless, you get 50% off the Total 5G Unlimited plan when you keep your phone.
Really? 50% off and I get to keep my phone? Wow.
Yep, that's as low as $25 per month for one line when you sign up for AutoPay.
Visit your Total Wireless store today. Restrictions apply. Compatible device required. Available exclusively online and in Total Wireless retail stores.
Mills Air in business since 1992. That's over 30 years here in Central Florida. They're not going anywhere. Carrier factory authorized dealer. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier. Equipment change-outs and upgrades right now with up to $1,275 in rebates. Visit millsair.com.
New South Window lives southern weather. We prioritize keeping your family and your home comfortable all year round. That's why our energy-efficient windows and doors are made, installed, and guaranteed for life.
Save 35% off. Visit newsouthwindow.com/radio.
Oh no, stomach issues again?
Stomach issues?
Who are you?
Your pancreas. I could be the real reason for your diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose oily stools.
I thought it was my stomach.
People often do, but any of these symptoms could mean having a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and speak with your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
As a mom, comforting my family is what I do best. Vicks Vapor Stick provides soothing, non-medicated Vicks vapors in an easy-to-apply stick. And it dries fast, so there's no mess. I use it to comfort myself and my family.
Thanks, Mom.
Vicks Vapo Stick. Soothing comfort for the whole family. And when you need more comfort for yourself, try Vicks Vapo Shower Max for steamy Vicks vapors.
Use as directed. Vapo Stick for use ages 4 and up. Vapo Shower Max use for adults only.
You may have heard Wawa has pizza, but did you know that Wawa has pizza at a really great price? Right now, get a personal size 14 or 16-inch Wawa pizza for just $6, $8, or $10. Gotta have a Wawa.
Business owners, had enough of this yet? Are you just done and ready to retire? Is money tight? Or maybe business is at an all-time high. You have options. Don't just walk away. We can help you sell, retire, and just relax no matter what your situation is. Hi, I'm Andy Cagnetta, and at Transworld Business Advisors, we've been selling businesses for over 40 years. And with offices located around the world, we have thousands of buyers ready to buy your business now. Don't wait until the last minute or try to do it yourself. That is a recipe for disaster. Call for a confidential conversation about your business's current value and how Transworld can maximize your eventual selling price. We will help you win. And in the current climate, you need help to sell your business. Call Transworld at 833-SELL-FLA or visit tworld.com. That's 833-SELL-FLA or visit tworld.com.
Get election coverage you need wherever you are with the free iHeart Radio app. Just open the app and search news and listen on the go. iHeart Radio, always live for events that matter. Open the app and listen now.
Everywhere you look, things are getting more expensive. So at Consumer Cellular, we're lowering the price for those 50 and up. Now you can get unlimited talk, text, and data for $30 a line when you buy 2. That's just $60 a month for 2 unlimited lines. So if you're 50 and up, make the switch and save. Come on, you've earned this. Call 1-888-FREEDOM or visit consumercellular.com today. Requires 2 lines of service, age validation, and credit approval, subject to system and area limits, taxes, and other fees apply.
Real Radio is on X at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Have you been in an accident? Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
The most viral newsroom on the planet is still humming along. This
out with us, all you have to do is go over to thenewsjunkie.com. That's thenewsjunkie.com with an IE, thenewsjunkie.com, to learn more about the show. Subscribe to the podcast while you're over there. It's free for you to do. And you can check out things like secret shows. Unlock Secret Shows, a brand new show has dropped. Find out all the details over on the website right now. Right now, let's get into it. Let's do the next episode.
because there's a lot on TV and you can't possibly keep up with all of it, even though you should, because what else are you going to talk about?
Are you jerking my bobber?
Nothing. Weather's nice. It's time for the next episode with Sabrina. Hey,
smoke weed every day.
Hold up. The next episode brought to you by That Mortgage Guy Don. ThatMortgageGuyDon.com is where you can start the process of refinancing, buying your first dream home, debt consolidation, reverse mortgages, expanding your business, SBA loans. Or if you have a question, you have direct access to Don himself on the website, ThatMortgageGuyDon.com.
Don't miss the boat, compare your quote with ThatMortgageGuyDon.com.
It was 65 years ago, 1959. There was a game show. And a contestant by the name of Charles Van Doren.
Yeah?
Are you familiar?
I don't think so.
Let me tell you a little bit about him. No guessing here. I'll just give you points and some facts that you could share later on. It was on this day that Charles Van Doren admitted that he had been given questions and answers in advance of his appearances on the popular NBC television game show 21.
Damn, cheating.
Big cheater. So he walked so all the other cheaters could run.
21. Was that like 21 questions? Is that what the show was?
I'm guessing.
Blackjack, maybe? It may be. Well, no, how would the answers help him there?
I feel like the show didn't do well because clearly they gave the answers and questions to the contestants.
This says banking game?
Whoa, crazy time.
No, that's cards. That's not it. That can't be it.
Do, NBC game show 21.
Originally hosted by Jack Barry.
Okay.
And the show featured two contestants playing against each other in separate isolation booths, answering general knowledge questions to earn 21 total points.
Oh, okay.
Riveting. No wonder they gave the answers to him. Now we're back in 2024, and it was Halloween this past week, so happy Halloween to everybody. And everyone was wondering, what was Heidi Klum gonna wear?
Oh, what did she wear?
Heidi Klum's annual Halloween party held at New York City's Hard Rock Hotel. This was the 23rd year, and the supermodel once again pulled out all the stops. But I feel like this one is a little controversial.
It's weird, is it not? I thought it was so weird.
I don't understand the tie-in. Earlier this week, if you listen to the show or perhaps the podcast, Sean claimed, and this was Sean Wilson, I was waiting to see what Heidi was going to do.
Mm-hmm.
You said that Janelle Monáe won Halloween.
Yes.
She won Halloween because she dressed up as E.T.
E.T., yeah.
Almost an exact replica of
a
E.T.
really good one.
Now, hold on to your seats, because you're about to be on the edge of them, and then fly off with a knob. Heidi Klum dressed up as E.T.
Oh.
Yeah. Here it is.
Why?
What the hell?
And it's almost, it's like the same person made the thing, right?
Yeah.
Or is that Janelle Monáe to her left? And we did not.
I think it's probably both of them.
I'm very confused because we have E.T. Cross-dressing and then regular E.T., right?
Okay, Janelle Monáe, it says, Heidi Klum's E.T. for Halloween after Janelle Monáe did her own take. But did she steal it from her? How did they both land on random E.T.? That's so strange to me.
Okay, so fortunately, the folks over at Jezebel.com, they have given some consideration as to why they chose to dress as E.T., or at least claim, right? Because the other E.T. that we just showed the streamers, and maybe see it now, was her husband. Her husband was the one without the wig, E.T.
Her husband's 35.
Really?
Good for him.
German guitarist.
From Seal to a German guitarist. What's next, Heidi? They have no genitals. I like the whole idea of like, we're all the same, said Heidi to the New York Times. I pulled a quote that feels like it belongs to Heidi Klum said, what? Because they had no pants on, just the wig. So E.T.'s genitals, is that something we have to dive into right now? I don't, unfortunately, have enough time. Now, Heidi and her husband paired E.T. costumes, one of them with wig. Gender fluidity, still no genitals. Really think about it. Where does Janelle Monáe come into play? Her E.T. costume also, get this, no genitals.
Well, didn't E.T. not have genitals?
I don't think that was something Stephen was trying to dive into.
Yeah, I
or
think
maybe
that
his genitals were on his hands.
He's an alien. They could be anywhere. It could be anything that you would want it to be.
Well, happy Halloween, everybody. So we had Janelle Monáe also dressed as E.T. Taylor
Very weird.
Monson dressed up as the bat who bit her.
All right.
Remember that? The girl from not Pretty Little Liars, Gilmore Girls?
Yeah.
That she's in Pretty Ugly. What's the rock band? You like them, John. You have it as a rejoin. It's a blonde girl.
Oh, yeah.
Pretty something, isn't it?
Yeah. Hold on.
And she got bit by a bat in Brazil at a concert recently.
So she dresses the bat?
As the bat.
Is it just Pretty the band?
Pretty Reckless. There it is.
Pretty Reckless. The Pretty Reckless is it, yeah.
Tom York says stop playing his music. If you want him to stop playing altogether, is heckle him about being anti-BDS.
Ooh.
That's a little fun fact for you. J-Lo, once again, getting loud and wants all of us to get loud. She endorsed Kamala Harris after Donald Trump, as surrogate at least, racist Puerto Rico joke that made headlines.
Do people even know what BDS is for the Radiohead thing? I don't think most people know what that is.
Explain.
It's like boycott, divest, and I don't know what the S is, but it's boycotting Israel. And it was, I think, a pro-Palestine supporter at a Radiohead concert that he started yelling at. They got into it when he was playing.
Because no one would protest big D suckers.
What? No.
What?
They could. There could be people.
This is an unlikely trio. I believe I teased this a couple months ago, but it is now coming to fruition with a whole poster and I believe a trailer that's going to be hitting TV screens or interwebs near you. The trio of Chuck Norris, Vanilla Ice, and Australian singer turned actress Sophie Monk have now released the poster for Zombie Plane.
Nice.
Where they're going to fight zombies on a plane, no snakes or Samuel L. Jackson. Zombie Plane centers on a secret government organization that recruits celebrities to be undercover agents, as one does, who together must save humanity from an imminent zombie attack. So we have Norris, Ice, Monk, all playing themselves. And then this is across the pond, but Bob Geldof is very popular in the UK, 80s rock icon. He's also going to be in the movie. The Boomtown Rats frontman, best known for providing vocals, will now be providing zombie plane fighting skills.
That was
he was very exciting.
Peaches Geldof was his daughter that I think died at some point. He's been a big person in the UK music scene forever.
What if his daughter's one of the zombies on the plane?
Ooh.
Bob Geldof was behind a lot of the big, like, Band-Aid or Live Aid kind of stuff.
Uh-huh.
And Peaches Geldof famously, somebody posted on Reddit, it was like, I randomly did a lot of heroin with her, and we had a lot of sex. And normally people would be like, prove it, and he had a bunch of pictures.
Okay.
Yeah, I remember that.
There you have it. If you want me to prove that there's a new movie that mixes Jesus and MMA, well,
I do.
Consider yourself proven by me. Because it's coming. And so will a bunch of other people who have just, in their mind, imagined Jesus with the body of an MMA fighter.
So Jesus is a fighter in this?
Yes, he is. It's called The Carpenter, and that's the premise of the new movie. It's an orphan named Oren who discovers MMA while working with Jesus at a carpenter's apprentice. As a carpenter's apprentice.
Okay.
Right? The trailer is insane, and I wish I would have sent you the link. I don't know if we have time. Perhaps it's a see it now moment, or I'll revisit it when the movie actually comes out. But it shows Jesus teaching Oren how to fight in a ring, mixed martial arts style.
All right. Yeah, I'm seeing some of this. I'll put this up on See It Now for everybody.
It'll open this weekend, as a matter of fact. So maybe I'll go to the theaters.
They spent
and give you a
$3 million on it.
Holy
Really?
cow.
Well, I mean, it takes a lot to train Jesus in mixed martial arts.
That's right. You got it.
This summer, let he who is without sin kick the first ass.
Nice.
Well done.
Stolen from Family Guy.
Oh, damn it.
Still good.
All right. Let me just blow through some of these before Halloween is irrelevant. Beetlejuice, Ghost House listed on Airbnb. You can get a chance to, I believe, pay a little bit of money, get into the lottery of spending one night in the house that was filmed in the new Beetlejuice full experience, brought to you by Airbnb. Killer horror movie memorabilia from The Thing, Scream, and more up for auction. And it could be yours if you're super rich. Also, we have Mariah Carey very upset that her lawyer is in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, but she is not. Very curious about that. A man who has been in prison for 9 years. The first thing that he got instead of steak or sex was play RuneScape. RuneScape,
yeah.
Because that's all he's been thinking about. He's a huge fan of video games, and priorities are obviously in line. And finally, Game of Thrones is developing a movie.
Oh.
Thank God. Red Wedding 2, Electric Bloodaloo.
Sign me up.
On the boob tube, just enjoy yourself. Take some deep breaths. Touch grass. Get your early votes in. And follow your dreams. And me on Instagram, at Sabrina Ambra. Most importantly, stay with me, America.
Smoke weed every day.
Thank you, Sabrina. People are saying they were advertising that movie a lot in the UFC pay-per-view this weekend. So they're putting it out there, I guess.
Satire, you think?
I don't know. I put it up, though. The trailer's up on See It Now at thenewsjunkie.com. When we come back this week in Florida, it's time, friends. We're going on a ride together, and that's coming up next on the News Junkie.
This place is supposed to have the best brunch ever. I am so hungry. What the?
We don't open for another hour.
Don't get burned by daylight savings time. Remember to set your clocks back Sunday. Real Radio 104.1.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
Traffic is slowing down where US 27 meets Colonial Drive on I-4. You could expect your regular delays in the Champions Gate area. Traffic is slowing down between Osceola Parkway and after State Road 535. And there's a couple accidents to keep an eye out for here where Severin Boulevard meets Curry Ford Road. An earlier accident where Kirkman Road meets Vineland Road. If you see traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Safe Touch Security.
Save up to 50% on select security systems with Safe Touch Security. With upgrades like remote door locks, video doorbell, thermostat control, and camera, all controlled by your My Safe Touch app. Visit safetouch.com. State license number EF200002049.
For more information about contests on this station, go to realradio.fm/rules.
These times of massive inflation have people just like you strapped.
As far as my debt, I was drowning in debt. My balances were never going down. I was making payments every month. It was just draining every resource I had.
The Debt Management Group can help. In the first free call, they will explain all the relief programs you may qualify for to get you out of debt fast.
They saved me thousands of dollars, especially in interest. I would have never paid off this debt without their help.
I felt like it was a burden lifted off my shoulders. It felt amazing, and I felt like I could actually see a future for me and my kids.
The sooner you call, the faster you can get the relief you deserve. It's free information on all the debt relief programs you qualify for, plus guaranteed confidentiality. Call 800-933-3470. That's 800-933-3470. Call now to find out about the best debt forgiveness, consolidation, modification, and settlement programs available. 800-933-3470. That's 800-933-3470.
On Tuesday, Floridians from all walks of life have the power to change Florida's outdated marijuana laws while generating billions of dollars for education and law enforcement. Now is the time to vote yes on Amendment 3.
Marijuana is on the ballot.
And Florida has a clear choice. Keep arresting people for simple marijuana possession and ruining lives,
while letting dangerous, unregulated street marijuana put our kids at risk.
Or we can vote yes on Amendment 3.
Giving adults access to safe, regulated marijuana.
To make our own choices in our own homes.
Generating billions for schools and police.
Vote yes on Amendment 3.
It's safe.
It's smart.
And it's time.
The time is now, Florida, to make your voice heard. Vote for freedom. Vote for safer communities. Vote yes on Amendment 3. Paid for by Smart and Safe Florida, 1400 Village Square Boulevard, Suite 3, 321, Tallahassee, Florida, 32312.
Hi, folks. Jimmy Petronas, Florida's Chief Financial Officer. Many of you are hurting after the hurricanes. These storms cause so much pain, and if you have property damage, there's two things I need you to know. First, we already have scam artists out there making all kinds of promises to homeowners if you just sign a few forms. Don't sign anything. Don't let anyone going door to door scam you into signing anything. Second, if you have hurricane damage and you haven't contacted your insurance company, please do that now. My job is to help you hold people accountable, including insurance companies, contractors, or anyone else. Call 877-MY-FLCFO. That's 877-693-5236. Or go to preparefl.com with questions or to report abuse. This is a public service announcement from Jimmy Petronas, Florida's Chief Financial Officer.
Mornings. Nope, not my thing. But when I imagine a McDonald's breakfast in my hands, suddenly the snooze button is out of the picture. Now for a limited time, the 2 for $5 mix and match breakfast deal includes the sausage, egg, and cheese McGriddles, egg McMuffin, or the sausage McMuffin with egg. It's like a fist bump for breakfast that says, you've got this. It's time to gear up and seize the day. The breakfast hype is real. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Limited time only. Prices and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal. Single item at regular price.
What's better than air conditioning? A portable air conditioner you can take anywhere. Enter McDonald's. Their drinks always cool me down, so I call them Air Cup-ditioners. Air Cup-ditioners come in all my favorites, like classic Coke, Sprite, Fanta, and of course, Southern-style sweet tea. And they're incredibly cost-effective. Any size is just $1.59 all day. Air drinks. And they're drinks from McDonald's. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Prices and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal. Coca-Cola, Fanta, and Sprite are registered trademarks of the Coca-Cola Company.
At International Diamond Center, nobody tells our story better than our own non-commissioned diamond experts.
In the 17 years that I've been in this industry, I have never been able to offer my clients the things that I can offer at IDC.
What's best about our company is that we have access to far more options than most retailers typically do.
None of us are paid on commission at all, so our interests are pure.
We always encourage people to shop around because we know that our prices are good enough. You will be back.
It's not a selling environment at all. We want to know what's most important to you and help you get there.
We take care of your ring for life. We invite you in as an extension of our family.
It's about helping each client achieve what they want, to become a hero.
When we approach it in such a straightforward manner, it's refreshing. They almost look at you with a sigh of relief, like you take the mystery away.
The merchandise that we have is unmatched. The prices that we have are incredibly competitive. Our quality is unsurpassed.
International Diamond Center. Discover the difference. Our people. Get store hours, directions, and more at shopidc.com.
Oh no, stomach issues again?
Stomach issues? Who are you? Your pancreas. I could be the real reason for your diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose oily stools.
I thought it was my stomach.
People often do, but any of these symptoms could mean having a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and speak with your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
For over 40 years, Solar Source has stood by Orlando and Tampa. We've weathered storms together. Our emergency service department is here, ready to help you rebuild. Call 1-800-329-1301 or visit solarsource.com. Explore battery backup systems to protect your family. Don't wait. Call Solar Source at 1-800-329-1301 or visit solarsource.com. Solar Source, we're with you every step of the way.
Trajan Wealth, your trusted local fiduciary advisor. Visit TrajanWealth.com.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind Studios. Why Kaufman and Lind? Because you matter. Contact them at whenyouneedus.com or dial pound 546 on your cell phone. This is WTKS FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Listen on your free iHeart Radio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, GRAND. G-R-A-N-D. GRAND. Enter it now on our website at realradio.fm and answer your phone if you get the call. Good luck.
Real Radio 104.1.
The most viral newsroom on the planet is still humming along. This is
with C-Lane in just a moment. Everything crazy happening in Florida in just a moment with C-Lane. Yes, you can join the show with a dispatch. How do you do that? Go to thenewsjunkie.com. Hit record on your first dispatch right now. Courtney's caught up in a brand new saga. She's got a whole new thing that she's like going deep on. We were walking the other day at the park, and as we're walking our dog Lady, we look over and we see taped to a tree a missing animal sign. Oh. But the missing animal sign is for a bird. It's for a missing bird.
You mean Oreo?
Yes. Okay. And Courtney goes, well, what's going on here? She goes, this is the second time this person has lost Oreo the bird. And I go, oh, you're right. Yeah, they had signs up before for missing bird with a little picture of the bird and stuff. And then you go back on her social media pages, and she had another bird that she lost like a year or two ago, and started to go, well, hang on, lady. What's going on with you losing all of these birds? What's happening out there?
Well, I keep them all in the carport.
And I got to ask C-Lane about this. Do some people have pet birds and let them fly around outside, like walking a dog?
I mean, but that is like a full life dedication to birding.
Otherwise, like, how does a bird get away?
I don't know, because anytime I had birds, we always kept them in cages. You know, my parents had a bird kept in a cage. We had Bongo. Bongo lived in a luxurious mansion of a cage. The thing was effing huge. But we also, when you have a pet bird, you go regularly to the bird store or whatever and get their wings clipped so that if they can fly and they can glide down and not hurt themselves, but they can't
take off,
leave. Yeah, they can't go too far. Right, they can't fly to another neighborhood or something.
They also say, and I think I've told you guys this before, like in the bird books, they say that if your bird gets out and is up in a tree, they say to hit it with the hose because the weight of the water...
Yeah, traumatize it. No problem.
The weight of the water will keep it from getting too far away.
Oh, but what happens if you hit it with a hose and then it falls down off the tree and now it can't fly? Just
then you can take it back home and put it back in its cage where Oreo's supposed to be.
Listen,
this lady's not getting the message from this bird. The bird is trying to get out of there, I think.
For the most part, though, the neighbors are like, we're going to go around and here's some advice. And there was one neighbor Because the same thing went up, but with Ring neighborhood, like everyone's anonymous essentially.
Okay.
They're like neighbor 17, neighbor 18. One douchebag was like, "Sorry, but birds have wings, so they're gonna fly?" Question mark. Asshole.
It's so weird though. And then Courtney, here's why she got mad. She didn't get mad about any of that. She goes, "I'm upset because the last time Oreo was missing, I got emotionally involved, and they found Oreo." And she goes, "They should go to the signs and put 'found' for at least 2 weeks so that everybody knows the bird's been found, and then they should take down the signs." And I said, nobody does that. It's like when your dog gets found.
Edit.
I would just take down the sign that said my dog was missing if my dog got found. And then leave it up.
We're all social now. If you had a post on Nextdoor, you can just edit it and say, "Found. So glad to have Oreo back."
Yeah, this I've seen. But the Chronicles of Oreo are big around the household at the moment. Right now, it's time to get into something completely different. Are you ready, C Lane?
Are you ready, Sean?
I'm ready.
Does that mean you fixed the intro?
Yep. Fixed it.
All right. Cool.
Up. Fixed it up. Ready to go.
Sounds good.
Let's do This Week in Florida.
Giving you a recap of the most grown-worthy stories in the state. It's This Week in Florida.
That is right.
2, 3, 4.
Oh, he did.
No, he did not.
Is that what you think it sounds like?
I don't know. I was doing the best I could, okay?
The weekend's here. It's time to take a trip around the Sunshine State and see some of the craziness that has gone on in the past 7 days or so. And it's part one of This Week in Florida election edition.
Uh-oh. All right, here we go.
One is to assume there will be a part 2 next week.
Oh, yeah.
Like and subscribe.
Hopefully not a part 3. Hopefully we'll know by this time next week what's going to happen.
Yeah.
Usually we know. Sometimes.
Fingers crossed.
Sometimes takes a little while. Sometimes they find some ballots, hang some chads, stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
But we do have plenty of election news, including a postal worker, Otis McCoy Jr., is facing federal charges after being accused of discarding over 1,000 pieces of mail, including vital election materials and an absentee ballot. Just dumped it in a wooded area near his delivery route in Orlando. The case filed in the U.S. District Court for the Middle District of Florida has heightened concerns about the security of mail-in voting. Also, did we talk about the kid with the machete?
Yes.
Yes, yeah, outside one of the polling locations.
Just intimidating voters with his machete. Thankfully enough, usually polling locations are littered with cops.
Mm-hmm.
That just are there to keep the peace or maybe pull you over for an expired tag. There's enough of them around that they're getting the job done and making sure everybody's safe.
Sad that we need that, but I guess good that it at least exists.
It's good that it happens, yeah. I mean, it's good that the cops are there for that. Not good that some wackos running around with a machete telling people to vote for Trump.
C-Lane is telling you to go intimidate people at the polling location.
A thing.
What was the charge for that? It was 18 years old. This would have been his first election that he could vote in?
Yeah, I think so.
Arrested and accused of brandishing his weapon at 2 women ages 71 and 54, which I'm curious, he didn't actually hit any of them, but one of those women would have been over the age of 65 if any physical contact was made. Is there a heightened charge for a threat of a person over 65?
I don't know. Could
Mo
be.
list.
Put that on the Mo list.
All right.
That's my job. Damn it.
I got you.
It's never going on the Mo list. Caught on camera also in West Palm Beach, a man is charged with voter intimidation after he was caught by a news crew. Not even like the cameras that are usually there. He was doing this when he knew the news was there, yelling anti-Semitic slurs at a campaign worker at a polling site. Jeez. Authorities said Nicholas Farley was recorded yelling at the poll worker at the Acreage Branch Library polling site.
Oh,
it's your
man.
Your old library, Sean.
Yeah. That is the probably most isolated polling place out there. Oh, actually, that's built up pretty big around there now.
It was at the Acreage Branch Library. The remarks were seemingly aimed at a campaign worker. The worker said, "I'm very happy he has now been arrested. He's behind bars, charged with voter intimidation, corruptly influencing voting with a hate crime added to each charge." And this is not in the polling places, but if it turns out, if you want to run for like school board and you don't successfully get elected, find good graces with Governor Ron DeSantis, and he'll just put you there. He just puts you in the school board, even though you lost the election. A Florida school board candidate who lost his race in a county south of Jacksonville will get a seat on the board anyway after Republican Governor Ron DeSantis tapped him to fill a vacancy. Derek Bars will take an open seat on the Flagler County School Board in Northeast Florida, succeeding a member who resigned in September, which is past this cutoff date where, like, if you resign too late, the governor has to fill that spot instead of holding an election.
Okay, all right.
So this person resigned late, allowing DeSantis to appoint a replacement rather than the seat going on the ballot for voters to decide. It's not the first time a DeSantis-endorsed school board candidate has lost their race and been elevated into office anyway. In August, the governor tapped Daniel Fogenholy. It's weird.
Fogenholy?
Fogen. Fogenholy.
I thought of 5 different things you got called in high school.
Yeah. Old Dan Fogenholy got a slot on the State Board of Education after he lost his bid to keep his seat on the Broward County School Board by more than 30%.
Unreal.
Damn. By the way, I was banned for a joke. Says, thank you, C-Lane. I am running to a voter polling station now, so it's already working. Your people are going out there.
That was Sean's words.
With machetes
not even my words.
I want to say from my perspective, yes, please don't do that. We want there to be peace and orderly voting at the voting location. I want peace as well.
Peace, unity, respect, all those things that, get put on motivational posters. I want that to be
hang in there, kitty cat.
At the polling places. Also, silence.
Hang in there, kitty cat is for all of us after this election. That's for the next steps after this.
Outside of election news in Jacksonville, there are residents that are very, very mad. They moved into this new place, and the floor is sinking, which you don't want. Residents at an apartment complex on Beach Boulevard are being forced to either move out or terminate their leases because of issues with the flooring. This place is called Presidium Regal.
Oh, wow.
Which sounds nice.
It's fancy.
Till you realize that it's the site of the old Regal Cinemas near San Pablo Road that they just tried to give a little spit shine to. The grand opening was just last year, but weeks after moving in, some people started reporting problems with their floors not supporting the weight of their furniture.
And this place smells like popcorn.
I would never have moved in if I knew this was the case, said Reggie Wilson, who has been living at Presidium Regal, maybe it's Regal, since last December.
The floors won't support their furniture? What is it, falling through the ground?
No, I think this is the first floor. This is the bottom floor.
Oh, good. That is a solid start, if you ask me.
It's probably $4,000 a month, too.
No, I'm wrong. There's nothing wrong with Wilson's apartment on the first floor, but it's a different story for his neighbors on the second, third, and fourth floors.
Like his ceiling, essentially.
Yeah, kind of, yeah.
So it's like the money pit where you just fall through the floor into the place below you.
Yeah, but except people die, I believe, when that happens.
Jesus Christ.
I don't know that they're saying that things are going through the floor. They're just sinking a little bit to bad flooring. I mean, the stuff under the floors, I think, is still good. Let's find out. The notice reads that everyone besides those on the first floor would have to move out, but the exact reason why was not made clear in the notice from apartment management. Imagine that. After talking with some of his neighbors, Wilson found out the issues stemmed from faulty constructions. They say you can do a permanent transfer, temporary transfer, or just terminate your lease. And if they said to move you, which I guess is...
I feel like they shouldn't let anyone move into the place until they can solidify the floors.
Yeah, like the number one thing on my requirement list is that the floors work. Like you have a door and your floors work.
See,
those are
previously, I didn't have that requirement living in a one-story house. But now I have upgraded my demands.
Yes.
Such that my second story would hold up. From just putting furniture
you don't
up
want
there.
Stuff just dropping through the ground onto the first floor. It's a real mess.
I'm surprised we didn't get into this yesterday, but they've arrested an old Disney employee, a fired Disney employee.
Oh, no.
I had this on the list yesterday, too.
Dude, this is insane. They say this guy allegedly hacked into the company's servers, which, by the way, hacked is a loose term. He had passwords to this software that he used, and they didn't change them.
Goofy move.
Nice.
Thank you.
Allegedly hacked into the company's servers to alter the restaurant menus. So they have like a central system that houses...
That's his big hack.
Wait a second here.
Okay.
He hacked into the restaurant server and altered the menus to show that certain items on the menus did not have peanuts. Were not like We're not.
He took away the warnings.
He took away like some of the icons and some of the ingredients that would show a person with allergies that they could have a certain dish.
I thought he just changed it to wingdings or something.
No, it said
that kills people.
It said he altered the restaurant menus, including falsifying allergen information and printing profane language, according to a federal criminal complaint filed in Florida.
Like effing mozzarella sticks?
Or just butter and jelly sandwich.
Oh,
because it took the peanut.
Oh, got it.
Yeah. The complaint was first reported by 404 Media and Court Watch. Michael Schauer, he worked as a menu production manager for Disney. Imagine that. Fired in June for misconduct, according to the complaint. He had access to and used secure internal servers for creating and publishing menus for all of Disney's restaurants as part of his job at the company.
He still had access to that. I mean, us working for a wonderful, very corporate company, it's almost immediately after losing your job that they change all of your passwords.
Yeah, but you know why they do that? Because in the past they've made this same mistake, and then
Disney's been around forever.
Yeah, you would think they would be tighter about this, but they also have so many employees.
He allegedly hacked into Disney's menu creation servers multiple times to manipulate and disrupt the menus, such as changing prices, adding profane language, and made changes to the menus that threaten public health and safety, including changing the allergen information to indicate certain menu items with peanuts or peanut-free, posing a fatal risk to individuals with peanut allergies, which is not a great look for Disney after somebody just died of a similar thing happening.
Right.
However, it does say in the story that they caught the changes he made before they actually made it onto printed menus that were distributed to restaurants. They printed some of them, and somebody saw that.
Someone caught that chef that has the rat in his hat.
Yeah.
No, still up to no good over
One
there.
of these days. Also in Disney, which I never get to say during this week in Florida. Never
I feel
seen
like people are freaking out right now. Like, what Disney restaurant has a rat? It's Ratatouille.
Domingo Pagan of Orlando faces multiple criminal charges and has pleaded not guilty. He was a drunk man arrested at Walt Disney World, and I didn't know they had these just lying around for people. It said he had to be carted off in a spit mask.
Oh, wow. This guy was causing a scene then.
After being secured in handcuffs, a spit mask was subsequently placed on Pagan for his and officers' safety. He was searched at the front of the vehicle, became unresponsive briefly. When he became responsive again, he appeared as though he was going to throw up. And so for his safety, the spit mask was briefly removed from the area around his mouth. Free from the spit mask, Pagan spit on the deputy's arms. He acted like he was going to throw up. They took the mask off. He spit on the cop.
Oh, my
and
God.
then,
And that spit was just marinating.
Yeah, they put the thing back on him. Fun video. Large alligator wanders the tarmac at Orlando Executive Airport.
Chill.
Very smart woman. Outwits her alleged attacker by calling 911 and pretending to order him a pizza. Led the deputies right to her.
Crazy.
And saved her. This crazy story. This asshole that was on a flight to D.C. from San Francisco was a Florida man just randomly attacked a passenger and beat him pretty good, like bloody, I think.
How rude.
He had been arrested. Man slams into telephone pole while running from deputies who busted for a traffic stop. And Walter Grimes is still on the run, 25 years old. He was accused of using a samurai sword to attack his friend earlier this week over an Xbox. That's it, friends, for This Week in Florida.
Thank you, C-Lane. We didn't have any sword sound effects for that. You were nailing all the other
Not quick
ones.
enough, thank you.
It's like a shing, shing, shing kind of thing.
No.
Just save that one. Save Sean going shing, shing, shing.
Yeah. That was probably not going to read as a sword on the air, though, unfortunately. Okay, I want to do two things here. Number one, when we come back, Sabrina, can you see if you could find the audio of that 911 call? Because I haven't actually heard that yet, where the woman was trying to pretend to order a pizza. I'd like to play that for everybody if we could and go over it.
That's like one of the first times in a long time you've asked me to Google something.
Well, because you're the one who said you said you heard it, so I'm assuming you know where that was located somewhere. And then C-Lane, you sent this extra thing that you didn't get to about sacrificing baby.
Son of a bitch.
Well, let's do that when we come back. We'll get to this. There's a Ring doorbell video of a confrontation between two people.
You think, when you read the caption, which I will read for you guys, you think it's going to go one way. You think that one person is the annoying person, and you go, I don't know, could be both of you.
All right, we'll see. We'll go over both of those. It's coming up next on the News Junkie.
know you can always text us, unless you're driving, at 77031. Standard data and message rates apply. Real Mobile is powered by Orange Buick GMC and OrangeBuickGMC.com. We are professional grade.
From the Goldsmith Jewelry Shop Traffic Center. Lowest prices on the highest quality jewelry. GoldsmithJewelry.com.
Travel with caution this afternoon. Authorities are clearing up a couple accidents around the area. On Highway 1792 near State Road 434, the left turn lane is blocked on Semorin Boulevard southbound at I-4. There's an earlier accident still causing a bit of commotion here on Ivy Lane at Old Winter Garden Road. Keep in mind, move over and slow down if you see emergency vehicles on the roadways. See traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Wawa. You may have heard Wawa has pizza, but did you know that Wawa has pizza at a really great price? Right now, get a personal size 14 or 16-inch Wawa pizza for just $6, $8, or $10. Gotta have a Wawa.
iHeart Radio has the 2024 presidential election covered with Decision 2024. Listen for real-time results and updates as the votes come in. From key races to national trends, our team will cover it all. Tuesday night, stay informed and stay connected on the go with your free iHeart Radio app. Just open the app and search News and keep listening.
A people-first presidency.
Make America great again. Decision 2024 on iHeart Radio.
Let me tell you about my friend, State Representative David Smith. He is a combat veteran who is now fighting to get our fair share of the state budget, money for our communities. His opponent just moved to Florida. She is an atheist who doesn't believe in God. She is fighting to remove the Christian cross from churches and veterans' monuments. On November 5th, I am voting for our friend David Smith. Paid for by David Smith, Republican for State Representative.
How long have you been thinking about going solar? With power bills soaring higher and higher than ever, it's time to think about what you can save instead of what you're spending. Each year you wait, you could be losing thousands. This year alone, prices have jumped over 10%. Isn't it time you own your own power or solar source? With over 40 years in business, Solar Source has over 60,000 installations right here in Central Florida. They've had the same phone number since 1984. It's no wonder this company is the one I trust. I started with a pool heater solar, and now I'm thrilled that Solar Source has a pay-as-you-go system. I can save monthly, and it starts at $99. That's solarsource.com/monsters.
Men, if you're suffering from erectile dysfunction or PE, Premier Men's Medical Center will get your sex life back in just one visit. Their painless, breakthrough medical treatments eliminate ED and PE. Here's a specialist in men's health.
I'm Dr. Simovitz. Have Viagra or Cialis let you down? Premier Men's Medical Center offers the most effective treatments that eliminate ED and PE, with men lasting longer than ever. 98% of patients see instant results on their first visit.
Premier Men's Medical Center's breakthrough treatments will restore your sex life regardless of age or medical history. Your consultation and first treatment are free. Plus, you'll see instant results in the office. Plus, qualified patients will have their testosterone checked free. Call 407-337-5569. 407-337-5569. To regain your sex life in just one visit, call now. 407-337-5569.
Bring your forecast into focus with West 2 News on CW18 and meteorologist Kellyanne Class.
My focus is on your day, every day.
West 2 News Sunrise on CW18. Weekday mornings from 7 to 10.
Let's watch TV.
What do you want to watch?
Big Bang.
It's one of my all-time favorites.
Kick your night off with a bang.
Every night at 7 o'clock.
Bang, bang. Let the good times roll.
Sounds like a party.
Did someone say party?
Party's my middle name.
You know you want to watch.
I'm so excited, but I just can't hide it.
The Big Bang Theory, tonight at 7, only on CW18.
I'm about to lose control, and I think I like it.
What are you talking about?
Covering Central Florida, so you never miss a moment of what's happening. Every night at 10, Michelle Imparato, Jesse Pagan, and First Warning Chief Meteorologist Tony Manalfi. West 2 News at 10 on CW18. Local, live, late breaking.
Don Jr. here, guys. Are you receiving letters from the IRS claiming you owe back taxes? As penalties and interest fees pile up, the IRS gives you no clear path to resolution. Don't speak to them on your own. They are not your friends. To reach a team of licensed tax professionals that can help you reduce, settle, and resolve your tax matters, go to tnusa.com and check them out.
Solve your tax problems today. Call 1-800-780-8888 or visit tnusa.com. That's 1-800-780-8888.
People often ask why I continue to do what I do. For the past 8 years as sheriff, my passion for law enforcement in our community has driven me to make a positive impact. As a dedicated leader, I've introduced new technologies to improve public safety and built programs that strengthen our community ties. Being sheriff isn't just a job for me. It's about making a real difference and ensuring our efforts lead to lasting results by always going the extra mile. Paid by Mike Chitwood, Independent for Sheriff.
As a mom, comforting my family is what I do best. Vicks Vapor Stick provides soothing, non-medicated Vicks vapors in an easy-to-apply stick. And it dries fast, so there's no mess. I use it to comfort myself and my family.
Thanks, Mom.
Vicks Vapo Stick. Soothing comfort for the whole family. And when you need more comfort for yourself, try Vicks Vapo Shower Max for steamy Vicks Vapors. Use as directed. Vapo Stick for use ages 4 and up. Vapo Shower Max use for adults only.
It's always a good time for donuts, so indulge in Shipley Donuts. Fresh-made donuts in delicious flavors from classic glaze to the Oreo cookie top treats, crafted with quality ingredients. Catering and online ordering is available. Visit Shipley Donuts, now open in Orlando on South Cimarron Boulevard.
The free iHeart app goes everywhere you do, because it's always on your phone and ready for whatever you're in the mood for. Even better, when you plug your phone into Apple CarPlay or Android Auto, the app becomes part of the dash with a seamless way to listen to your favorite radio stations, the latest must-hear podcast, or a custom playlist to get you focused. And with the holidays on the horizon, the app makes the perfect shopping companion while you search for the ultimate parking spot. There it is! Try Apple CarPlay or Android Auto with the iHeart app today.
GMC Sierra trucks in stock now at orangebuickgmc.com. We are professional grade.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, GRAND, G-R-A-N-D, GRAND. Enter it now on our website at realradio.fm and answer your phone if you get the call. Good luck.
The show that takes you from Skywall summer to Jack Rocket fall.
Gift secret shows. You got to give 5 subs. Gift 5 subs. You get your hands on a Fickle hat. There's only 5 of them available. 5 of them available, just like this if you're on the stream. But if you gift 5 subs over at thenewsjunkie.com and you're in the first 5, you will get one of those Fickle hats just like that, friend. Good luck to everybody. Go over there. Everybody else will get magnets as always. Check it out at thenewsjunkie.com. All right, Sabrina has this audio for us. And I have not heard this. Have you heard this, C-Lane?
No.
Or is it just... Okay. This was a woman who... What do we know about how she was kidnapped? Because some dude had her, and she had to be rescued.
So, from what I understand, she was, like, in the middle of a field somewhere.
Okay.
I believe it was possibly someone that she knew.
Okay.
But
happens
upon,
a lot.
Calling, and this is something we've all heard of before. I believe it's been used successfully in the past, but they'd call 911 and they would ask for a pizza. And as soon as you'll hear the dispatcher say, "Are you aware you're calling 911?" And then it's a lot of yes and no.
Okay.
And
so the dispatcher has to be very creative then.
Yeah. So
and asking questions that will actually get the answers they want, but still sound like a pizza order.
Yeah. So the deputies, like, at one point they asked for the address, and she's like, "I don't. Are you able to just find it based on where I'm calling from?" Because she was in the middle of a field, And they were able to keep her on the phone long enough to triangulate and track down where she was.
Damn.
And then, I don't know if you'll hear in the audio I sent, but the body cam or dash cam footage, the woman was screaming so loud that's like once they got to the area, that's how they were able to find her. And they arrested this guy that was in the middle of sexually assaulting her.
Jesus. All right, let's hear the 911.
What is the address of your emergency?
Yeah, I would like to order a pizza off of fucking Heroes.
Okay.
All right, just for the record, they modified her voice to protect her identity. It's not what she normally sounds like that.
Are you aware you're calling 911?
We received a 911 call into our communication center.
Chitwood.
The person calling in was a female, and she ordered a pizza. Our communications folks asked her if she realized she had called 911, and she said yes.
Yes, I'm sure I'm calling to that number. Trying to get a pizza.
What address are we going to?
So you got my location, please.
Say you got my location.
No, basically no. I'm stuck in here. It won't take me back home.
Our communications folks were able to triangulate her phone because she couldn't give us the address what she was because she was in a field in Pearson.
Okay, but trying to get pizza, pepperoni, extra cheese.
So she's a little hard to understand, but she said, can I get a pizza, a pepperoni, and extra cheese? And I think she was talking for just a second there to whoever this dude was that kidnapped her, and she's getting her message through to 911.
Okay. How many people are there? Tell me.
Just me.
I thought for a second he's about to
you have
ask,
any weapons?
did you want
if you just forgotten, you just start transferring over to being an actual pizza delivery order?
No.
She was able to tell us that she was being held by one person and that he was not armed. Using those coordinates, deputies were dispatched. Now think of Pearson, all of those acres and acres and acres of ferneries.
You know his name?
I don't know say it because
That's okay. What's your name?
911 operator's doing such a great job. That's very, very careful. Like, don't want you to do anything that's going to inflame this situation.
I would like to order extra cheese pizza.
Okay. Are you hurt?
Yes, she said.
Just stand on line with me, okay?
Let me see if they go over to the body cam footage. I think they do, actually. Yes. Hang on, because we could see what happened when they end up catching up with this
How
one.
about there to you? All right.
So
Deputies
scary.
got out on foot and began to search those ferneries. Eventually, they heard loud music coming from a field. When they approached the sound, they discovered a male on top of a screaming female.
Hey.
You're trying to rape me. Can you help?
Get off her.
Oh, my
now.
God.
Get off her now. Give us a channel.
Thank God. Thank God.
Oh, my God. That is wild.
Absolutely insane.
Holy cow. And she saved herself.
Yeah.
By being creative and making that call to 911.
Woman had told deputies the two went to the field to drink, and that's all it was supposed to be, but that the suspect who was arrested, 27-year-old Luis Diego Hernandez Moncayo, he got violent after taking drugs, would not let her go. I can't say enough about the great work shown in this video and the smart thinking of the victim who figured out a way to call for help.
Thank God everything worked the way it did. Thank God it worked out that way.
Is it because of the drugs that you're able to pull off something like this? Like, you would think that you're like, I'm just calling for pizza.
I know what you're saying.
Does the guy
You're saying how did this person who was going to do this to her not understand what she was doing? I mean, I'm glad they didn't, but it's just weird. Like,
but in other instances where that has been the case, it's either been pizza. Remember one that was earlier this year? It was a woman that was, I think, pretending to call the school of her kids or something like that. And it was like, I was just making sure you had the paperwork for early release. And the 911 operator is like, okay, you're calling the wrong place. And she's like, yes, I understand that, but did you need, and then kept pushing it to the point where the dispatcher finally catches on and is like, are you in a situation that you need help? Yes.
Man.
And then it's yes and no questions. And when you think you're completely helpless, do this. And you're hoping at the other end, likely, that a dispatcher is going to catch on and help you get out of the horrible situation.
Super sad that any of this occurred to begin with, but so thankful that she was smart enough to do that they had the resources to be able to figure out where she was. And like a damn horror movie, at the last second, he's on top of her. The cops are running up to rescue this woman. God almighty, if they would have been just a few minutes late, all of this would have been radically different. What do you think? Let us know. Go over to thenewsjunkie.com. That's where you can send us what we call a dispatch. You could do video or audio only, and you tell us what's on your mind, what you think about the stories we're telling, and maybe you want us to talk about something different. You go, hey, you guys, what do you think about this? That's okay, too. It's allowed. Anything you want. Even just introduce yourself. Go over to thenewsjunkie.com. You'll see where you can send us your first dispatch right now. When we return, we're going to get into jury duty. Got some big updates. We got to talk about the Halloween shooting in downtown Orlando. We've got some updates and a press conference on that and a whole lot more. It's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is
The Monsters in the Morning.
Man, like, we were just messing around about the chicken, and he got really angry. I was like,
okay,
I was just playing with Ryan.
I honestly did get mad about that because Ryan was making me mad. Because everything I said, he was poo-pooing on, and I was really getting ticked off. Now, that might be because I was worried about my wiener.
The Monsters in the Morning.
Real Radio 104.1.
This is former Notre Dame quarterback Brady Quinn. Here's what's trending from the iHeart Sports Network.
Presented by Macy's Backstage.
Garrett Wilson's incredible one-handed TD catch helped push the Jets past the Texans on Halloween. New York was awful early. Aaron Rodgers running for his life. Offense was a mess. Backup kicker made some mind-numbing mistakes. The Jets have a workable schedule down the stretch, though, and thanks to their star young receiver, Garrett Wilson, they might have just saved their season. I'm Colin Cowherd.
Macy's Backstage has amazing deals on everything you need to refresh your wardrobe and home for fall. Get low prices every day on unique finds at Macy's Backstage today. Find a location near you at macysbackstage.com. Off price, on trend, arriving daily.
Folks, need help with your air conditioner at your house? Well, there's a great company that's ready to help you anytime. It's Mills Air. Mills Air has been in business since 1992. They're not a fly-by-night company. They've been around for over 30 years, helping people like you out in an emergency. And it's an emergency if you're not comfortable at your house, actually. They're a Carrier Factory authorized dealer that can get you big rebates toward a brand new Carrier unit. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier, and you can always turn to Mills Air. Find them online at millsair.com.
This is trial attorney Jeff Kaufman for the injury law firm of Kaufman & Lind. I get a lot of feedback concerning the commercials I do on autism awareness. I don't do this to make my son famous or to make people feel sad for me. It's to spread awareness. For parents out there who are in my situation, please don't think your duties end when you end. These children are going to live a lot longer than we are. Be prepared. Contact us at oneunits.com or dial 407-500-JEFF. That's 407-500-5333. Offices, Orlando.
Yo, it's Angel from the Monsters. You want a big green egg? For the lowest prices anywhere, you got to go to my friends, Wassie's Meat Market. They will deliver and set up your big green egg so that you are cooking before they leave. Follow Wassie's Meat Market on Instagram or go to wassiesmeatmarket.com for your big green egg today.
Oh no, stomach issues again?
Stomach issues?
Who are you?
Your pancreas. I could be the real reason for your diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose oily stools.
I thought it was my stomach.
People often do, but any of these symptoms could mean having a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and speak with your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
As a mom, comforting my family is what I do best. Vicks Vapor Stick provides soothing, non-medicated Vicks vapors in an easy-to-apply stick. And it dries fast, so there's no mess. I use it to comfort myself and my family.
Thanks, Mom.
Vicks Vapo Stick. Soothing comfort for the whole family. And when you need more comfort for yourself, try Vicks Vapo Shower Max for steamy Vicks vapors. Use as directed. Vapo Stick for use ages 4 and up. Vapo Shower Max use for adults only.
Attention.
If you suffer from consistent pain in your joints caused by arthritis, overuse, or injury, you may be a candidate for a revolutionary therapy that could revitalize damaged tissue. This approach can provide long-lasting relief from pain in your knees, shoulders, hips, and other joints with no surgery, no drugs, and no downtime. To find out if you're a viable candidate, you may request a free consultation from QC Kinetics by calling 689-305-2853. Instead of masking the symptoms, it goes to the root of the problem to resolve it at its source. Already used by thousands of satisfied patients nationwide, this joint pain therapy is available right now to the public, but only for qualified candidates. Again, to find out if you're a viable candidate for this therapy, you may request a free consultation by calling QC Kinetics at 689-305-2853. That's 689-305-2853.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
Are you a victim of the timeshare trap and think there's no way out? I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group, the original timeshare cancellation expert. And I'm here to tell you that there is a way out. All you need to do is give my office a call. I will send you a timeshare exit information kit absolutely free, explaining how the timeshare industry works and your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your free info kit. Call 800-522-5700. 800-522-5700.
Time with family, laughs with friends, and cash back? Discover's got you covered on the last one. That's because Discover doubles all the cash back you've earned on your credit card at the end of your first year with Cash Back Match. See terms at discover.com/credit card.
Real Radio is on Facebook at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Have you been in an accident? Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
The show that takes you from Skywall summer to Jack Ruckett fall.
Happy to be with you each and every day. Next week is going to be a wild one, so make sure you're hanging out with the show. This is where you get informed on everything happening in the world, everything going viral, everything that you might want to know or be interested in the news every day, and we have fun along the way, all right? So it's not just going to be doom and gloom or negative, or we're going to try to make the most of what's happening with the election and all the other things in your world. Quick thanks to Sean George, the latest Secret Show subscriber. Appreciate you. Also, Warpath 77. Gifting Secret Shows. You sent 5, so you'll get one of the fickle hats. There's 4 of those left if you send 5 gifted subs. And also, Punishers 420 for also sending over a gifted sub. You can claim those on the website, thenewsjunkie.com. Now, we head into it. Face first. Here we go. Let's do jury duty.
Court is now in session, so put your phone down and pay attention before we call the bailiff over to whip your ass. You're now on jury duty with the News Junkie.
Jury duty brought to you by the one, the only Mo DeWitt of the DeWitt Law Firm. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. 866-CALL-MO, 866-CALL-MO, or go to justcallmo.com. And if you didn't hear us yesterday, a big thank you to all of our friends. We love you. We appreciate you. We're looking right at you, folks who are in West Palm Beach and hanging out with us every single day, listening to the show. Thank you so much for making us number one. We got the ratings a couple of days ago, and the folks behind Real Radio 92.1 have told us we're on top, and with big numbers, which we haven't seen in a very long time on that station. And so we are so happy that you care enough about what we're doing every day to hang out with us. Thank you.
Thank you, West Palm,
for making us number one, and we love you. Okay, let's talk about the very serious thing that went down yesterday in Orlando. This was a downtown event, which is a huge Halloween bash that they do in downtown Orlando. And there was a shooting there, mass shooting. I don't know. I mean, yes, there was a person shooting a bunch of other people. 2 people at least are dead, 6+ injured. Happened right in the middle of everything. There was, think Sabrina said another person injured because of a stampede.
Yes.
That took place. Because as you can imagine, when somebody just opens fire in the middle of thousands and thousands of Halloween people, Halloween goers, all in costume, or most of them in costume, everybody's going to run in different directions. There were multiple different shooting scenes. The cops were on this in a moment's time. And here's what we have from the Orlando Police Department. It says they're currently investigating a shooting that occurred in downtown Orlando, resulting in multiple victims. At approximately 1:07 a.m., officers responded to reports of shots fired at Central Boulevard and Orange Avenue. Within minutes, a second shooting was witnessed by officers south of Washington Street on Orange Avenue. A total of 8 victims were shot. Tragically, 2 individuals have been pronounced deceased. The remaining 6 victims were transported to Orlando Regional Medical Center. They range in age from 19 to 39 years old. Shortly after the initial shots were reported, the suspect was located by officers and taken into custody. The suspect has been identified as 17-year-old Jalen Edgar, who was previously arrested for grand theft in 2023. And I think I have some of the press conference that they gave after the incident here. So let's see.
The police department is currently investigating a shooting with multiple victims in downtown Orlando. At approximately 1:07 a.m., officers reported shots fired at Central Boulevard and Orange Avenue. Within minutes, a second report of shots fired was called in south of Washington Street on Orange Avenue. At this time, we are aware of 8 total victims. 2 are now deceased.
Damn.
6 other individuals who were shot were transported to ORMC for further treatment. Those victims are currently in stable condition. Shortly after the report of shots fired, a shooting suspect was located and taken into custody at Washington and Orange. He has been identified as 17-year-old Jalen Dwayne Edgar. He was previously arrested for grand theft in 2023. This is still an active investigation. As we gather more information, we'll provide you with another update. So what we're going to do now is go over some videos.
All right, so then they show all of the videos of everybody just panicking as the shots ring out, as anybody would do. If you're just thinking you're celebrating Halloween, you're in a downtown area, and there it goes again, gunshots going off. Super sad, very, very unfortunate, and hopefully they figure out exactly
what motive yet?
They don't. I don't believe. I don't think I've seen anything that said why this guy would have done this. Only that he definitely targeted this area, and he went from arriving in the downtown area to shooting very quickly. So it wasn't
didn't go into any bars. Not that he should have because he was 17, but he just got there. And then started pointing haphazardly and shooting.
Looked like he was on a mission. This is what he wanted to do.
A mission of chaos.
Yeah.
Not a mission to get rid of any one particular person, but just to create fear and destruction, which
not
is
even and not even looking at where he was shooting in some of these times. I mean, who cares? The guy's mass shooting, just killing random people, anyways. But the idea that he doesn't even care where it's going, he's just shooting. Unbelievable and very, very scary just to think about. And a million questions afterwards, but we'll have to wait for some of those answers, and we'll do that. Okay, what we're going to do now? We got some dispatches queued up. I want to do this story that C-Lane had from this week in Florida, but I think that needs a little bit more breathing room than this. So let's work in some of these dispatches now. In fact, here's Dispatch Dan talking about that woman who dialed 911, pretended she was ordering pizza, and then was able to get the authorities out there to rescue her in the middle of an attack. She was being attacked as this was happening. Unbelievable story. If you missed it, go back on the podcast or the VOD. Here's Dispatch Dan.
Hey guys, yeah, that was a textbook situation of tactical questioning, if you will. It really boils down to yes or no questions, and also active listening and listening to what's going on in the background and kind of what she's saying in between the different orders of the pizza, if you will. The dispatcher did an excellent job. Those officers did an even better job finding her and just following directions from the dispatcher in the comm center. As far as the technology goes, when I started in 2008, we were just going off of triangulating positions between 3 different towers. Now, The technology exists where we use the same GPS information that you give to like Uber or DoorDash or anything like that. We can get that information directly from your phone into our computers and into our system.
That is so helpful, so unbelievably helpful. And can't imagine how many lives that saves.
Absolutely. And so what pains me is situations in which you have this incredible technology. I think even now you can text 911 if you're in a situation.
Yeah.
But why can't I call 911 from here in Orlando, for example, in a situation that I know is happening with my family or friend down south?
I don't know. Yeah.
And the only thing that a dispatcher could have done was connect me, but that was 3 hang-ups because it was not their jurisdiction. So it's like, who do we go to? Like, what state official or city official or petition needs to happen so that this could all be connected?
That is true. The idea is that 911 is set up to bring you right to the local people who are going to help you. So you dial 911, it goes to your local people. But sometimes, just give an example that I'm going to make up. Let's say Sabrina's watching a live stream online, and on the live stream, somebody's harming another person. Well, you know that they're in Nashville, Tennessee, but if you call 911 here, it's hard to get your message over to the people that matter for the emergency that you're looking at. And that is something that I think they should definitely consider. We've had so many advancements. Maybe they'll advance that too.
I think that when I was a kid, assumed that you could just dial out like you were dialing a long distance number and just dial the area code and they're getting their 911 somehow.
Yeah.
Like if it was down in Miami, it'd be like 1-305-911.
Unfortunately, I don't think it works that way. At least not yet, but maybe in the future. All right, we're going to take a quick break and we're going to come back to this ring footage. You're going to hear what went down, because there was a really awkward back and forth as we get real close to the election here. Maybe this is happening in your neighborhood. We'll see who you side with, though. That is coming up next on the News Junkie.
You could hang out in the playground until school starts. Don't get burned by daylight savings time. Remember to set your clocks back Sunday. Real Radio 104.1.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
There's a bit of commotion on the roadways, a couple accidents to keep an eye out for. Highway 1792 northbound before State Road 434. The left turn lane is blocked on Semorin Boulevard southbound at I-4. Traveling on I-4, a lot of congestion in the Lake Buena Vista area, and traffic is slowing down on Florida's Turnpike southbound between US 27 and Oakland Exchange. If you see traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Florida Power and Light.
Florida needs a power company that's storm ready. That's why FPL works year-round to keep the power on and restore it safely and as quickly as possible when needed. FPL, working for you every single day. Get ready at fpl.com/storm.
This earful of Real Radio is brought to you by JustCallMo.com. Injured on the go? JustCallMo.com.
If you're looking for a taste of Italy, you don't have to go to Europe. Head to Claremont instead for the Italian Fest. This family fun event will feature food vendors, live music, and arts and crafts. Proceeds benefit the Mustard Seed and Camp Boggy Creek. Saturday, November 2nd from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. at the Claremont Waterfront Park. For more information, go to realradio.fm/events.
Oh no, stomach issues again?
Stomach issues?
Who are you?
Your pancreas. I could be the real reason for your diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose oily stools.
I thought it was my stomach.
People often do, but any of these symptoms could mean having a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and speak with your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
As a mom, comforting my family is what I do best. Vicks Vapor Stick provides soothing, non-medicated Vicks vapors in an easy-to-apply stick. And it dries fast, so there's no mess. I use it to comfort myself and my family.
Thanks, Mom.
Vicks Vapo Stick. Soothing comfort for the whole family. And when you need more comfort for yourself, try Vicks Vapo Shower Max for steamy Vicks Vapors. Use as directed. Vapo Stick for use ages 4 and up. Vapo Shower Max use for adults only.
Hi, folks. Jimmy Petronas, Florida's Chief Financial Officer. Many of you are hurting after the hurricanes. These storms cause so much pain, and if you have property damage, there's two things I need you to know. First, we already have scam artists out there making all kinds of promises to homeowners if you just sign a few forms. Don't sign anything. Don't let anyone going door to door scam you into signing anything. Second, if you have hurricane damage and you haven't contacted your insurance company, please do that now. My job is to help you hold people accountable, including insurance companies, contractors, or anyone else. Call 877-MY-FLCFO. That's 877-693-5236, or go to preparefl.com with questions or to report abuse. This is a public service announcement from Jimmy Petronas, Florida's Chief Financial Officer.
These times of massive inflation have people just like you strapped.
As far as my debt, I was drowning in debt. My balances were never going down. I was making payments every month. It was just draining every resource I had.
The Debt Management Group can help. In the first free call, they will explain all the relief programs you may qualify for to get you out of debt fast.
They saved me thousands of dollars, especially in interest. I would have never paid off this debt without their help.
I felt like it was a burden lifted off my shoulders. It felt amazing, and I felt like I could actually see a future for me and my kids.
The sooner you call, the faster you can get the relief you deserve. It's free information on all the debt relief programs you qualify for, plus guaranteed confidentiality. Call 800-933-3470. That's 800-933-3470. Call now to find out about the best debt forgiveness, consolidation, modification, and settlement programs available. 800-933-3470. That's 800-933-3470.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. For over 35 years, we've grown by offering our clients more offices, more lawyers, and recovering more than $20 billion. Injured? The choice is easy. Morgan & Morgan. Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Mornings. Nope, not my thing. But when I imagine a McDonald's breakfast in my hand, suddenly the snooze button is out of the picture. Now for a limited time, the 2 for $5 mix and match breakfast deal includes the sausage, egg, and cheese McGriddles, egg McMuffin, or the sausage McMuffin with egg. It's like a fist bump for breakfast that says, you've got this. It's time to gear up and seize the day. The breakfast hype is real. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Limited time only. Prices and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal. Single item at regular price.
What's better than air conditioning? A portable air conditioner you can take anywhere. Enter McDonald's. Their drinks always cool me down, so I call them Air Cup Disheners. Air Cup Disheners come in all my favorites, like classic Coke, Sprite, Fanta, and of course, Southern Style Sweet Tea. And they're incredibly cost-effective. Any size is just $1.59 all day. Air drinks. And they're drinks from McDonald's. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Prices and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal. Coca-Cola, Fanta, and Sprite are registered trademarks of the Coca-Cola Company.
So this new dose is, well, nope, that's not it. The price is nowhere to be found.
Mr. Green? Hi, it's all good. We've got this.
This is not just help from a Walgreens pharmacist.
Oh, new prescriptions. Cool. Let me check to see if these are the lowest cost options covered by your Medicare plan.
Oh, that's great. Thank you.
This is someone supporting you every step of the way. Chat with a pharmacist today to find help saving. This is the human kind of help. Walgreens.
An official message from Medicare.
Medicare plans change from one year to the next. And this year, it's important for you to review your current coverage and compare all your options during Medicare open enrollment. Compare health plans, drug coverage, and costs. See if you can save some money, and don't forget to make sure your drugs are covered. Open enrollment ends December 7th. Visit Medicare.gov or call 1-800-MEDICARE.
Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
Thinking about selling your home? Well, hold on to your packing tape. The Nickley Group can sell houses faster than you can find that one missing sock. Get a guaranteed cash offer on your home from the Nickley Group today. Visit thenickley.com.
I'm Mark Anajar.
I'm Glenn Levine.
I'm Ellie Anajar.
And we're Anajar and Levine. Experience the Anajar and Levine difference by calling us with any of your legal needs. Call 1-800-747-FREE for a free consultation and take back control of your life.
In office, Orlando.
Do you have AC needs? Turn to the experts at Carrier. Go to millsair.com.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind Studios. Why Kaufman and Lind? Because you deserve better. Contact them at whenyouneedus.com or dial pound 546 on your cell phone. This is WTKS FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Listen on your free iHeart Radio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, deposit. 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 Enter it now on our website, realradio.fm. Good luck.
The only radio show strong enough to fight off a Category 5 hurricane.
Dispatches. It is super easy to do, and it allows you to have an opinion on whatever we're talking about. So go send yours a video or audio dispatch over at thenewsjunkie.com. We're watching for a press conference about that Halloween shooting in Orlando, and I'm interested to see if they've come up with anything on a motive or any new info. Are you seeing anything that they're talking about just yet, Sabrina, or it just started?
He just started.
Retaliations. We are increasing the downtown detail this weekend.
Nothing so far on the motive.
Questions.
Okay, questions.
I guess we missed them.
Motive.
No, we don't have that right now. Still part of our investigation.
Do you know how this 17-year-old became in possession of the weapon or what he was doing downtown so late last night?
No, that's also a part of our investigation. We're investigating where the gun came from and actually why, with his friends, why he was down there.
Chief, when many people go out, you look for a sense of security. When you see all of those police officers in one place, you tend to feel a little safer.
All right.
What do you say to this blatant disregard? Because
So they're saying that they don't have a motive yet still. He did mention something there that I found interesting. He said we were looking to see why he was down there, and I think he said with his friends, which, I don't know, could change things a little bit if he's talking about, like, if he didn't go down there alone and try to just shoot the place up.
Right.
It seems weirder that he would go with a group of people and then do this. I don't know. There's still a lot we do not know about this story. The police probably know much more than they're sharing with us, I would imagine, at this point here. But nothing new on a motive, at least as far as that goes.
Man, I didn't even think of that, but when we heard the tail end of that initial press conference piece that they did, the initial announcement, he was saying that there would be more increased detail of this weekend, and I thought, oh, I wonder what this weekend will look like down there.
Yeah,
now that it's been started off with such a terrible ordeal.
They have curfew now. I just saw curfew at 1 a.m. and all bars and clubs to stop serving alcohol at 12.
Really? Wow. Okay. So
do we know what time the shots ran out?
1 o'clock.
1 o'clock.
1 o'clock, they said.
I don't see a curfew really changing anything like that.
Unless they have some reason to believe there's something else that's going to happen. That seems kind of strange, but I guess maybe they want to ease people back into it here. So we find ourselves just a literal handful of days away from an election here, which is going to be a wild ride, as I've said, next week on the show. And there's a lot of people who are firing off these text messaging campaigns. And the one that Sabrina got.
Oh, my God. And I'm begging on my hands and knees. We need one more gift to boost voter turnout for Kamala.
That seems a little intense.
But I'm not kidding. That's the same exact text I've received from different numbers. That might be the fifth or sixth time. The same exact one. This has to be a scam. Yeah. At this point, I do not believe that is actually. If I click that link, it's going to go towards anybody.
Yeah,
but a scammer.
Oh, that's another thing we have to worry about right now is the scammers coming in because demturnout.io sounds like a fake ass website.
Yeah.
Don't trust that at all. And people go.
I feel bad because they're begging on their hands and knees.
Yeah, I'm begging on my hands and knees right now. You got to donate just a little more money. And then I told you the ones I got. I got many yesterday. I mean, maybe 5 or so yesterday after the show. I delete them all, but all of it is very, oh no, we need $7 or we cannot win. It's coming down to this. Do you want to lose?
Hands and knees.
Yeah, I'm on my hands and knees. The Trump campaign needs $7 or this is all over with.
It's been such a spectrum because I have that. I'm begging on my hands and knees. And then there was one that I believe C-Lane also received that was like, this is the 15th time that we have sent this text and 0 response from you. So it's
How
anger,
dare you.
begging, and then what is the next one as we get closer to the election?
Yeah, we got that, and we have people fighting over some of the stuff that is also on the ballot, like Prop 4 is one of the things. C-Lane had this in the This Week in Florida segment, but didn't have enough time to get to it. This is Ring doorbell footage that you're going to hear.
I didn't do the thing that you do because it's just a video, and I didn't print out anything to remind me to get to the video.
I'll print a damn headline. I'll print
the YouTube page.
I'll take a sheet of paper and just write video of fight on ring cam. Just anything, because I'll forget if I give myself the opportunity.
So to set this up, this video is Ring doorbell footage, and unfortunately doesn't start early enough. The guy even says, something like, I guess I don't have the better Ring subscription that would capture the entire encounter. But it says, this lady had the gall to come up to my door and tell me that I want to sacrifice babies because of my pro-choice yes on Prop 4 signs in my yard. But basically, this woman and her husband are driving around putting no on Prop 4 on door handles, like little flyers.
Okay.
And she's seen my signs and proceeded to tell me I want to sacrifice babies when I politely handed her pamphlet back. I look at the driver, the husband, and told him that he and I should have no say in what about it. So this is...
What was that last part?
It's in the video.
Oh, okay.
So this is... And when I clicked on this, I was like, ooh, this is going to be a video of this lady being very annoying. And then... I don't know. I thought they both were a little crazy. This guy posted his own video on a Reddit that I'd never heard of called Boomers Being Fools.
Okay.
And this is his response.
All right, let's listen. I wonder something. Do you think there was anything in him where he was like, doorbell camera is going to catch this?
Yeah, 100%.
I'm going to give them the what for here.
He posted it himself.
Because lady is a little crazy coming up to the door and saying,
sacrifice.
Children's sacrifice. That's crazy lingo. And I don't disagree with the guy. I'm sorry. I agree with him. Maybe it's
but
just
who else would post it?
the way. I don't know. You're posting it because you want people to go, good job, buddy.
Which, oh my gosh, the whole comment section is pats on the back. And I was like, I don't disagree with him. But I just like something about him annoyed me.
It felt a little performative.
It felt very preachy. Like, look at me. I am doing so much for women today.
Yeah. I also don't like when somebody's making an argument and they have to put in something like, I have 2 daughters. Like, you feel the way you feel because it's either right or wrong. And the color doesn't matter nearly as much to me personally.
Yeah, but if you have
agree
daughters,
with them.
I mean, I feel like that changes perspective in some men.
Maybe it could. It could. The act of having a daughter, and maybe now you feel like you have more skin in the game.
Not skin in the game,
not
just
something
like
I need.
Not realizing that your babies and their future is going to be determined by what's happening in this next election.
It just seems weird because I feel like the other people could go, we too have daughters, and they wouldn't be alive if they were aborted. And you go, okay, just say that this is right. This is the right thing to do. And honestly, at the beginning, I thought he was kind of being polite when he said, you could just take this back, have a nice day, or whatever he said at the beginning.
And he was about to go back in, and then he saw the camera.
He said, wait a second.
He's doing his thing. Now, I remember it was, I guess it was the last election.
Yeah.
It was 4 years ago, or maybe it was the primaries. But I witnessed my neighbor who was getting solicited for someone that he did not support whatsoever. And they walked up to his door. I mean, he has a ring cam, but I never saw the footage. I was just there, like, peeping. And he was like, get get out of here. I promise you I will never, ever vote. I completely disagree with what you stand for. And I assure you that I never want you to step foot. And like was doing exactly what this guy did and almost exactly what he said, but without the performative attached to it. So I can at least attest in this one niche moment that white guys with kids do that without having to post a video about it later on.
Celine, do you think it's more fair game because, and this is just how I feel, if you're going around putting those door things on everybody's door handle, I feel like you get what you get. I don't want those people to get hurt or anything. I'm not suggesting that. But if somebody gets mad at you, you're the one who's going up on their property and putting a political thing up.
Or knocking on their door and saying something. And the same goes with like the alarm company with the orange signs that are just insufferable because they're there every single day walking around like, hey, your neighbor just got it. I go, I don't care. My neighbor just got it. You also just came here yesterday, and I'm not going to buy the service.
I like when they call me. I like when they call me and try to sell me a new roof on my old house. That's a good one. That's a good strategy. I like it.
The alarm thing is annoying, but this is like everybody knows it's heated. Everybody knows the political stuff is poisonous. You're bringing that up to somebody's doorstep. They didn't ask for that. If they get mad at you, you shouldn't be surprised in the slightest.
Child sacrifice.
It's what is going to happen. And if you were in your house and that guy had a sign that said no on Prop 4 and he was putting it up in your yard or putting it on your door handle, that same couple that's driving around doing this would probably have yelled right back at him. You know, you don't want people doing this. And I could see people getting fired up. I don't want anything on my door handle, just for the record. I don't care what you're advertising, what you want to tell me about. People have long done this door-to-door politics stuff, but I will tell you, it's one of the least convincing ways for me. If you want to get your point across by buying an ad, there's just other things that I think are more effective personally. What do you think? Let us know.
My neighbor did. Just put the sign on the yard.
Just forcefully put signs in people's yards.
I don't even know what to say to this.
Like it or not.
Technically, I do, but
he posted this video to Boomers Being Fools, like I said, and then also posted it to Politics, and also went to Florida Man and posted and wrote the headline, Florida Man dad accused of sacrificing babies for supporting Prop 4. So he wants people to watch this. He wants people to hear how much he loves and supports women.
Damn, it's just everywhere right now. It is. And
it's exhausting.
I'm seeing a lot of people kind of ticking away with their patience. There was a segment. Let me see if we can make sense of this. This was on the Washington Post's broadcast. And they were talking about the election, and one of their contributors quit in the middle of the conversation that they were having on Washington Post Live.
How far-fetched. We saw
Jonathan, I've got to
last time, but it didn't work out this time. It may not work. That may not happen this time. And now I'll let you go here.
Okay. So she was talking about this woman who's on the Washington Post broadcast about how there's been some voter issues, and this guy wants to pipe in and say that's not true.
Well, I've just got to say, we're news people, even though we're at the opinion section. It's got to be reported. Bucks County was reversed by the court and instructed to open up extra days because they violated the law and told people to go home. So that lawsuit was brought by the Republican National Committee, and it was successful. The Supreme Court ruled that Glenn Youngkin was successful. We are news people, even though we have opinions, and we have to report the whole story if we bring up part of the story. So, yes, he's upset about Bucks County, but he was right, and he won in court. That's the story.
Pause.
Right, he's upset. He's upset because he thinks they were being dishonest there.
I'm upset that he has an RE20 and he's not even using it.
Is it like sitting on the counter behind him?
Off to the side. I mean, you're kidding yourself, sir.
It's a radio host guy. His name's Hugh Hewitt. He's a conservative radio host, but
it's nowhere near him.
Nowhere near. So therefore, he's not even using that as an audio source. This is where it would be. Well, boss, I don't think this is going to work right now, actually.
It wouldn't sound great. The guy who he's talking to right here, the host, is a man named Jonathan Capehart.
He's like,
it doesn't say on the screen.
Hold on,
but he gets mad, I think.
I'll let you keep going, Jonathan.
No, I don't appreciate being lectured about reporting when many times you come here saying lots of things that aren't.
I won't come back, Jonathan.
I won't come back. Oh, he took out his earpiece.
I'm done. This is the most unfair election ad I have ever been a part of. You guys are working. That's fine. I'm done.
Oh,
awkward.
So, Ruth, you wrote a column this week.
He goes right to her. Anyhow, Ruth, that guy quit, and he said right afterwards he quit at the Washington Post. He no longer works for the newspaper. So getting a little testy over there as we get into the final stretch here. What do you think? Let us know. Go to thenewsjunkie.com. Hit record on your first dispatch right now. I saw this guy. This was one of those things where I go, don't even feel a little bit bad. One of the Dodgers fans that was celebrating after the Super Bowl, he's got a firework in his hand.
Okay.
I think you know where this is going.
What kind?
I think you see the path. It's a big firework.
Oh.
And he's trying to light the smallest fuse in the world. Real smart stuff here.
Oh, my God. That was supposed to be in a tube.
Yeah. I think it was.
Hand blew
up
off?
your hand, bro. I didn't blow it all the way off, but he blew it up pretty good. And you go, what exactly did you think was going to happen, dude? What did you think was going to occur?
That's
His
the one
hand.
that's supposed to have like a very long wick.
Yeah, it's a, what do they call them, mortars?
Yeah, and that goes into the tube, not out of your hand.
That could have killed him.
Idiot.
Yeah.
God,
Yeah.
people are so dumb. And he gets to vote, too. He gets to vote.
Hopefully with the other hand. I don't know if he's
my
using the right
God.
hand.
All right, let's see what we got here. Let's get to a couple of dispatches real quick. Yes, let's go over to Fried Bologna with a dispatch.
News Junkies. Hey. Sean, I sent you an email with a screenshot of the new thing that's coming out this season for Christmas. Is a Homer Simpson chia thing.
Oh.
That shows him fading into the bushes.
Oh, okay.
That's
I see.
fun.
That's clever. Thank you, Fried Bologna. Appreciate that information.
That was so random.
Yeah. I don't know why you wanted to tell me that, but it is. Okay. Sharkbait is joining us.
Hey there, Junkie Sharkbait.
Hey.
Just listened to that story with the poor girl in the field, and that scared, I have chills. That scared the crap out of me. It just makes you realize how scary the world can be, and I'm not for this. So I'm just going to stay at home with my cats, and it's going to be great. Okay, bye.
There you go, Sharkbait. Thank you for the dispatch. We're going to take a quick pause here, and we're going to come back and regroup. We'll hear from more of you who are joining us on the show. Also, we got to talk about, I think, this rapper story out of Atlanta with Young Thug. The way the case ended was really interesting if you haven't been paying attention. And Starbucks makes another move in their big rebranding.
Oh, more Sharpies?
Is this a good idea or a bad idea? We'll find out. That is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is on Instagram at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Have you been in an accident? Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
The right lane is blocked, causing bumper-to-bumper traffic on Florida's Turnpike southbound between US 27 and Oakland Exchange. Traffic is slowing down through the city on I-4 between Princeton Street and Robinson Street. You could expect your regular delays on I-4 in the Champions Gate area. There's an earlier accident where Summerlin Boulevard meets I-4 there. Just travel with caution on the roadways. If you see traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Driving High will get you a DUI. Stay alert, stay alive. Don't drive high. Driving high will get you more than a DUI, like higher insurance rates, legal troubles, loss of your license, and potentially your life. Don't risk it. Stay alert, stay alive. Don't drive high. A safety message from the Florida Department of Transportation.
One of my favorite things about that mortgage guy, Don, from thatmortgageguyDon.com is the fact that he is part of the Real Radio family, and that means he's taking care of your family. Tune into the Home Loans Radio Show every Saturday morning. Get your questions answered live on the air. And know that that mortgage guy, Don, is pulling back the curtain on the mortgage business because he wants you to know how it works. He has your best interest in mind. So work with an expert and a friend that you could trust by going to thatmortgageguyDon.com.
Don't miss
What's the best place to reach new customers for your business? Wherever they are. And that's exactly where you can be with iHeartMedia. We talk to our listeners everywhere, from the car to the gym to the kitchen. Your next customer is listening. And not only can we get your message to your audience, we can also show you how it's working in real time. That goes for broad brand messaging and targeted hyperlocal influencer campaigns alike. Start growing your business today at iHeartAdvertising.com. That's iHeartAdvertising.com.
Don Jr. here, guys. Are you receiving letters from the IRS claiming you owe back taxes? As penalties and interest fees pile up, the IRS gives you no clear path to resolution. Don't speak to them on your own. They are not your friends. To reach a team of licensed tax professionals that can help you reduce, settle, and resolve your tax matters, go to tnusa.com and check them out.
Solve your tax problems today. Call 1-800-780-8888 or visit tnusa.com. That's 1-800-780-8888.
Hey everyone, it's Jay Shetty, and I am so excited to let you know that my latest podcast interview is with the one and only Tom Hanks.
I have left many wonderful atmosphere or a loving atmosphere without thinking, oh, things were really wonderful back then. I wish I was back there. Jay, I don't think I've ever thought that.
Listen to On Purpose with Jay Shetty on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Open your free iHeart app and search On Purpose.
Men, if you're suffering from erectile dysfunction or PE, Premier Men's Medical Center will get your sex life back in just one visit. Their painless, breakthrough medical treatments eliminate ED and PE. Here's a specialist in men's health.
I'm Dr. Simovitz. Have Viagra or Cialis let you down? Premier Men's Medical Center offers the most effective treatments that eliminate ED and PE, with men lasting longer than ever. 98% of patients see instant results on their first visit.
Premier Men's Medical Center's breakthrough treatments will restore your sex life regardless of age or medical history. Your consultation and first treatment are free. Plus, you'll see instant results in the office. Plus, qualified patients will have their testosterone checked free. Call 407-337-5569. 407-337-5569. To regain your sex life in just one visit, call now. 407-337-5569.
The 2024 presidential election is here. MSNBC has the in-depth analysis you need, providing insight as results come in. Watch coverage of the 2024 presidential election Tuesday beginning at 6 p.m. Eastern on MSNBC.
As a mom, comforting my family is what I do best. Vicks Vapor Stick provides soothing, non-medicated Vicks Vapors in an easy-to-apply stick. And it dries fast, so there's no mess. I use it to comfort myself and my family.
Thanks, Mom.
Vicks Vapo Stick. Soothing comfort for the whole family. And when you need more comfort for yourself, try Vicks Vapo Shower Max for steamy Vicks Vapors. Use as directed. Vapo Stick for use ages 4 and up. Vapo Shower Max use for adults only.
We've all made questionable decisions in life, like that time that you frosted the tips of your hair. But hiring an attorney shouldn't be. I'm Orlando attorney Mo DeWitt, and we offer a 100% satisfaction guarantee on all injury cases. If you are not completely satisfied with the way we treat you in your case within the first 30 days, you can take your file back and you owe us nothing. No fees, no costs, and no questions asked. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Visit justcallmo.com.
Orlando's top-rated comedy club and restaurant is The Funny Bone, located at Point Orlando. The Funny Bone guarantees the best live comedy experience, welcoming the top touring talent to our stage. This week, The Funny Bone welcomes Eric Griffin on November 1st and November 2nd. Thursday nights on the side stage, we host the best open mic in the Central Florida area. Check out our star-studded calendar and showtimes online at orlando.funnybone.com. Full kitchen and full bar available with parking discounts offered to all guests who park in the Point Orlando garage. Get your tickets now at orlando.funnybone.com.
I'm Julian Edelman.
I'm Rob Gronkowski.
Welcome to Dudes on Dudes. We're going to highlight players, and we're just going to sit here and talk about them. And we'll get into the types of dudes. Is Randy Moss a stud or a freak? Is Tom Brady a dog or a dude's dude?
We're going to find out, Jules. New episodes drop every Thursday during the NFL season.
Listen to Dudes on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Open your free iHeart app and search Dudes on Dudes to start listening.
The Big Bang Theory, tonight at 7, only on CW18.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, deposit. 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 Enter it now on our website, realradio.fm. Good luck.
Meet the three friends Bill Cosby called frat bros. This is the
May you have a spooky time, like not in a bad way, like in a positive and good way out there
Positive
this
spooks.
weekend. You can join us on the show. Send us a dispatch. Go over to thenewsjunkie.com to record that. How does the weekend go when Halloween is on a Thursday? Do people do stuff on Saturday and Sunday? Or
Yeah.
I'm going to something.
Are you? Okay.
Where are you going to?
Going to a Halloween party.
What kind of Halloween party?
It's at a funeral home.
At a funeral home?
Is it a funeral home that we don't?
I can't tell you any more information on the air.
Wow.
Does it rhyme with Gobb's funeral home?
I cannot tell you any more information on the air.
Is there a man named B. Dobbs that's behind this event?
Anyways, it's a Halloween party, and I'm excited for it. And I just don't know what I'm going to be dressed up as.
Okay. You don't know what you got. At least two different costumes because you used one for trick or treating, and then you did one for a Halloween party before all of this.
Trick or treating ended up just being bunny ears, which was out of character for me.
Okay. Well, I mean, it's still something. You're getting involved.
I had a very lazy costume too, and as much as I wouldn't even consider it a costume, I had a pumpkin shirt.
Yeah.
It's an orange shirt with pumpkin, like the carving of a pumpkin in it. Because
What was Jackson's Halloween costume?
he was a pumpkin. He was a jack-o'-lantern.
Oh,
that's pretty cute. I like that. Celia, can you compose an email for me, just unrelated,
Yeah.
to Brandon Dobbs?
Got it.
Two words.
Good luck.
All caps. And just send that right over. That's
And he'll
unbelievable.
respond with like you would show up to anything.
I show up to anything I'm invited to, but I didn't go to a bunch of things for a while. I don't get invited to anything. I don't get invited. So and maybe I had that coming. Maybe I deserve that, but I absolutely would show up.
All right, I'll pick you up Saturday.
Saturday. Oh, we got
I
stuff
did
going
invite
on.
you to a pizza party recently. Not too long ago.
You're like a last minute pizza party, but yes,
You had a soccer game, Sabrina.
Thank you.
I had something. I forgot what it was.
You had nothing.
Exactly.
You
This
stayed
is
at
not
home and did
true.
nothing.
Crap.
No, but this is nonsense. This is the meme I hate the absolute most. The meme I hate the most. I don't just sit around here and do nothing. I do two things. I work
I work out
a lot, and then I get the hell out of the house. We go somewhere and we do something. But I didn't get invited to any Halloween parties. I'm not looking for tears here. I'm not looking for any, condolences. I'm just being honest with you.
When you have a midweek Halloween, it's pretty common to have, especially like a Wednesday or Thursday, pretty common to have stuff beforehand and stuff afterwards. So you end up with a whole week and a half extended Halloween
Stretches
thing.
it. Yeah.
and just because it's a Thursday, I mean, think about next year. Then we're back to regular, schedules, right?
Mm-hmm.
We'll party it up the entire weekend.
Yeah, it'll be a long, long Halloween weekend for folks. Bootsy Moonshine on Twitch says, Sean and I are in the shun crowd. I don't want to be shunned. I don't want to be shunned anymore. I'm going to turn that into a song at some point.
Go ahead.
And it'll be...
I don't want no shun.
I just have to steal some other property
Sean
to get
is
to
a
that.
Sean when he... Yeah, we're on to something here.
All right, in Georgia, Atlanta, Georgia, in fact, crazy story. Young Thug, the rapper, he made a deal with the state of Georgia, and he's going to be released on time served. Now we get to the interesting stuff. First things first, this rapper, it's the longest trial in Georgia history, this rapper. Yeah, longest trial. I think it was, if it wasn't a year, it was very, very close. It's Georgia's longest running criminal trial, and he changed his plea to guilty.
Oh, my God. It's 154 days.
Yeah, it was a long ass trial, and it was very complicated. And there was many other people that were being charged. It was RICO stuff, which is
Has the
very
jury
hard
been
to prove.
sequestered this whole time?
I don't know. I hope not. But they said, "Here we
This is
go.
the
We'll make a deal."
YSL trial.
Yeah. This is the Young Slime. What's YSL stand for again? I always forget.
Oh, calls himself hip.
I don't know this one. I forgot. But YSL is the name of a gang, according to the Georgia officials. And Young Thug is the guy they said was at the center of all of this stuff. People have been following this case for the entirety of this time.
Young Slim Life?
Young Slim Life,
or Young Stoner Life?
Stoner Life is the record company.
Yeah, Stoner Life is the one that I had heard previously. And I think sometimes they give like different answers out to the question. But they were responsible for a big portion of crime that was occurring in the Atlanta area. I think they said after they threw these dudes behind bars, crime dropped this crazy amount in Atlanta.
That says a lot.
But it's really hard to prove these things. So he pleaded guilty on a bunch of stuff, and they gave him time served. But he has, get this, 15 years probation, which I don't know that I've ever heard anything like that before. 15 years probation.
It's expensive.
And if he screws up on probation, he will serve 20 years behind bars. So don't screw up. Otherwise, you are going away for quite some time, is the message that they're sending over to this rapper Young Thug with this guilty plea that he put in. That went on for a while over there. They said there better be no violations, but if there are any, you're coming back to see me. A Young Thug told the court he takes full responsibility for his crimes and for his charges, and he now recognizes the power he holds in his South Atlanta neighborhood. He wants to set a better example.
Was this not the trial that the judge was also, changed?
Yes, there was a change in the judge. I don't know. There was crazy stuff happening in this courtroom. It's been a very, very long, dramatic case.
The Ryan Murphy adaptation of it.
Oh, that would be interesting if he tackled this.
And then all of a sudden, Young Thug is off his probation.
All right. That's how it works, at least, from the example we're maybe seeing from the Menendez brothers. Okay, we want to go over to Starbucks very quickly here because they're making moves. They're changing things over at Starbucks. The first announcement was a lot of Sharpies were purchased.
As my wife calls it, Starbies.
Starbies is changing things. They are aware that you are not happy. They want to be like Domino's. In fact, for Halloween, we ordered Domino's, and I can say pan pizza was on point. It was pretty tasty stuff.
Wow, they pay you to say that, dude?
They did not.
The thumbs up and everything.
We had to order Domino's because our local Papa John's, servers were down. And Halloween is the biggest night for ordering pizza of the year. Above the Super Bowl, above everything else. So, our neighbors had pre-ordered a bunch of pizzas, and they just didn't have them. And they, went there, and the people were losing their minds.
Wow.
They didn't know what people wanted. I don't know how they even made people pizzas. They had nothing. So, really? Domino's was the place to go.
Did you get the pan option as well?
I don't know. I just had some pizza. Buddy. A pan option?
You don't know what kind of pizza it was? Was it a square?
It was a circle. It was a pizza pie.
No, the slice of pizza. The slice of pizza.
There's pepperoni on it.
Was it in the shape of a triangle of sorts?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, then it wasn't a pan pizza.
Getting at here?
This didn't have to get so complicated. I just asked a simple question.
So you got
Did you get pan pizza or not?
What are you, a child?
It's called pan pizza. You guys know what pan pizza is?
Yeah, I knew it when I was 8 years old, eating it in a cafeteria.
I order square cut pizza that comes in a circle.
Right, because you're a child too, is what I'm getting at. Both of you.
This is a new one for me. I've never heard that you're a child if you order pan pizza. This to me seems like a perfectly adult thing to do.
Square slices.
Yes, that's how they make them. It's a different style. No, it's a different style of making pizza. It's delicious. It was very, very good. I digress.
Take a nappy afterwards?
No, I didn't take a nap. I was doing the trick-or-treater thing. We had a lot going on. There's many things happening. Starbucks has decided to discontinue some of their items as a result of this streamline that they're doing right now. They had an Olito line of olive oil-infused beverages.
Ew.
Which doesn't sound great.
That was like a trend for a second that you were putting fat in your coffee that was not cream or milk. It was like you had butter in your coffee or oil in your coffee. Certain stuff like that was supposed to be help you lose weight.
But it made people go to the bathroom. That was one of the problems that they had. They said it's like a laxative and not so good. They said they're phasing out all of those, so that's the second change they're making. Really a wild world over at Starbucks right now. I can't say that it's easy for me to just maintain my calm as I'm reading all the changes that are happening at Starbucks, but I'll do my best.
Okay, wow. You know the funeral bed gets to this?
What's this? That's the end of the funeral song?
I guess
weird.
No one gets to that because they've already made it to the altar.
The beginning part is much better, much more dramatic. Okay, let's see what we have here. We got some dispatches. Here's Twink Lettitz talking about the World Series. Uh-oh, did I screw this up? I think I did. He's right. Damn it, man. I apologize in advance. All right, there he is.
Hey, junkies. So not only did Sean say the guy was celebrating the Dodgers winning the Super Bowl,
oh no,
but none of you corrected him. There's my sports experts. Thank you, Twink Lettitz out.
Oh, that's brutal too, man.
We didn't.
I am sorry. I apologize.
Correction.
Retraction. This is my retraction. The Dodgers won the World Series. They did not win the Super Bowl, obviously. That is a different sport entirely. The Super Bowl is for baseball, and everybody knows it. Finally fixed it. Okay,
that was actually a test for everybody else.
Yeah, we were just putting it out there to see if you would correct us. Whoops. Here's Mo Manchi talking to us.
Hey, guys. I hope you guys are doing well. Both Sean and C-Lane, what a disappointment. You guys live so close to John and John's. I would order pizza from John and John's every day and support Marky. Dang, man. Bye.
Yep, you're right. I should have got John and John's.
Except that I didn't order the pizza. My neighbor ordered the pizza, and also they needed it delivered.
I ordered the pizza. I should have ordered John and John's because John and John's is better.
Yeah, I have an excuse. Sean doesn't.
Squares.
I forgot.
Johnny needs squares.
There is nothing weird about square pizza. It's totally normal. It's just
chill out, man.
There's nothing
Look at your
bizarre about it.
reaction.
I'm perplexed by what's happening here.
Regular sliced pizza eaters would not react that way. That's all I'm saying.
People eat square pizza. They eat triangle pizza. They eat all kinds of pizza. The only thing that's kid pizza is
square pizza.
Lunchables pizza is a kid pizza, perhaps. I don't know what else goes in that category.
Square pizza.
One more. That's it. Here's a
Why
first
couldn't you guys
dispatch.
have fought like this yesterday with your costumes on?
Would have been better. From DeBay.
Hey guys, I recently heard Sean started watching a show called One Piece. Just wanted to give my input. That show sucks, and I think you should stop watching it. It's a waste of time. I think you should watch Bleach instead. Main character's got crazy swag, crazy aura. He stands on business with all his skibbity riz. It's insane. Anyways, shout out Steve, shout out Padre Justinio, and I love you, Sabrina.
Oh, there he goes. Thank you, DeBay. Thank you for your dispatch. And
it was so quick. He just roasted the show so fast. Like I heard you started watching the show. The show sucks.
One Piece is like the biggest anime or manga, I think, of all time. But he doesn't like it. That's okay. You know,
Dragon Ball Z, I thought was up there.
Nowhere close to as big as One Piece. One Piece is massive. And
what about Two Piece?
If you tried to watch all
Are
that,
the pieces square?
Oh my God, I'm going home.
You are home.
I hate both of you. I hate both of you. We are going to take a quick break, and we want to hear from you. Okay, this is an opportunity for you to help me out and give me some sanity.
Yeah, send out a dispatch if you eat square pizza like normal people.
Did you just climax?
No, that was me dying. It sounds very different.
That
I
weird
assure
funeral
you.
bed again.
All right. Send us a dispatch. Go to thenewsjunkie.com. Hit record on your first dispatch right now. When we come back, final dispatches, stories that didn't make the cut today. I'm going to wrap everything up for a Friday. That's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real radio is the Jim Colbert Show.
Today on The Big Show, we'll sniff out some yacht rock with Sink or Sail. I'll turn you into a great cigar with Embers Only. We'll find out what's good to eat and drink in Orlando with Primetime Kitchen and Fayez Cara. For trivia, it's tickets to see Whitney Cummings or Orlando Pride playoff soccer. 4 opportunities for you to win $1,000 plus your calls, texts, and talkbacks.
The Jim Colbert Show, today at 3 on Real Radio 104.1.
From the Cool Today Weather Center, cooltoday.com. Hey there, I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Brooks Garner with your Fox 35 Central Florida forecast. This afternoon, we're going to warm up to 85 degrees. There will be some passing showers. Overall, the rain chance at 20%, slightly higher chance at the coastline. For tomorrow or Saturday, much the same, waking up to temperatures in the upper 60s, topping out around 84 degrees. The rain chance at 40%. Looking ahead next week to the tropics, a disturbance may develop in the Caribbean, bringing rain to our region late next week. From the Fox 35 Storm Team, I'm meteorologist Brooks Garner.
This report is sponsored by Macy's Backstage. Macy's Backstage has amazing deals on everything you need to refresh your wardrobe and home for fall. Get low prices every day on unique finds at Macy's Backstage today. Find a location near you at macysbackstage.com. Off price, on trend, arriving daily.
New South Window lives southern weather, and our products are designed to keep the intense heat out and the cool air in. We prioritize keeping your family and your home comfortable all year round. That's why our energy-efficient windows and doors are made, installed, and guaranteed for life.
For a limited time only, save 35% off on New South Windows and Doors. Visit newsouthwindow.com/radio to learn more.
Let me tell you about my friend, State Representative David Smith. He is a combat veteran who is now fighting to get our fair share of the state budget, money for our communities. His opponent just moved to Florida. She is an atheist who doesn't believe in God. She is fighting to remove the Christian cross from churches and veterans' monuments. On November 5th, I am voting for our friend David Smith. Paid for by David Smith, Republican for state representative.
These times of massive inflation have people just like you strapped.
As far as my debt, I was drowning in debt. My balances were never going down. I was making payments every month. It was just draining every resource I had.
The Debt Management Group can help. In the first free call, they will explain all the relief programs you may qualify for to get you out of debt fast.
They saved me thousands of dollars, especially in interest. I would have never paid off this debt without their help.
I felt like it was a burden lifted off my shoulders. It felt amazing, and I felt like I could actually see a future for me and my kids.
The sooner you call, the faster you can get the relief you deserve. It's free information on all the debt relief programs you qualify for, plus guaranteed confidentiality. Call 800-933-3470. That's 800-933-3470. Call now to find out about the best debt forgiveness, consolidation, modification, and settlement programs available. 800-933-3470. That's 800-933-3470.
This is trial attorney Jeff Kaufman for the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind. 816. That's how many times you hear my voice a month on this station telling you should hire my law firm. Now that seems like a big number, but it doesn't compare to the other 50,000 commercials you hear. So hopefully I'm less irritating than the rest of us. Be well. Contact us at whenunits.com or dial 407-500-JEFF. That's 407-500-5333, offices Orlando.
This November, give thanks for the gift of clear vision with a free LASIK consultation at the Filatoski Eye Institute. They've been serving Central Florida for over 30 years, helping thousands see life in high definition. Don't let poor vision blur your holiday memories. Simply text 1041 to 868686 today and take advantage of their 24-month interest-free financing. Schedule your free consultation now and you could be seeing clearly by Christmas. The Filatoski Eye Institute, bringing Central Florida into focus for over 3 decades. Text 1041 to 868686 for your free LASIK consultation now.
As a mom, comforting my family is what I do best. Vicks Vapor Stick provides soothing, non-medicated Vicks vapors in an easy-to-apply stick, and it dries fast, so there's no mess. I use it to comfort myself and my family.
Thanks, Mom.
Vicks Vapo Stick, soothing comfort for the whole family. And when you need more comfort for yourself, try Vicks Vapo Shower Max for steamy Vicks vapors. Use as directed. Vapo Stick for use ages 4 and up. Vapo Shower Max, use for adults only.
At Rasmussen University, we offer a full suite of nursing programs from pre-licensure to doctoral, online and on campus. Programs vary by campus. Learn more at rasmussen.edu/Florida.
The biggest stories of the day in all their glory. And insanity. You're listening to the news.
And today I learned to wrap everything up for a Friday and launch us into the weekend, friends. Thanks for hanging out with us all week long. A lot to do in a short amount of time here at the end of the show. First things first, to the guy who was screaming at me on the texting service. What did he text, Len? What did the man text?
You think One Piece is bigger than Dragon Ball Z? Jesus blanking Christ.
Okay, to this person, this is just one example of so many that you have no idea about that happen all the time, I'm sure, where you think you're right, but you're absolutely wrong. This is the list of the best-selling manga of all time. One Piece is number one, 516 million sales. Number one. Dragon Ball Z is not until 5th place on the list. I didn't expect to own you over a manga thing, but here I am doing it. You have no idea what you're texting about. Okay, next thing. Next thing. Sabrina, you had a Joe Exotic party at your house.
Excuse me?
At that party that you had at your house, the Joe Exotic party, you served square pizza.
First of all, okay.
There you go.
That was a surprise party for my 30th birthday. So included in the surprise was the way the pizza was served. And I don't even remember the square pizza.
Nobody was a baby there. Were there any
Who
babies
remembers
present?
That? How do you remember that? That was long ago.
Look, I just racking my brain for square pizza information to try to back up my arguments on the way out here. And
that's what you remember. You barely remember what my age is and my birthday.
I know most of that stuff.
When's my birthday?
Sure. We got to go. We got so much to get to on the line. Let's do this. No final dispatches today, and the stories that didn't make the cut. The stories that didn't make the cut brought to you by Cento Family Moving and Storage.
Yeah, forget the stress. Move with the best. Those guys are the best, and they will take care of your stuff flawlessly. From packing to delivery, they're fully licensed and insured to provide a seamless move experience. So get a quote today at centomoving.com, CENTO moving.com.
All right, and a big thank you on the way out to the Sofa Space King for 5 gifted subs. That gets you one of those fickle hats. And also John the Exterminator with 1, getting a magnet. Thank you, John. Thank you, everybody. It's time for us now to get the hell out of here. And let's do that by doing this. Let's do Today I Learned.
The following information may make you feel smarter, but will not actually increase your IQ. So don't get cocky. Now it's time for what we call Today I Learned.
Brute forced that one in there.
Yep. Yep.
Ram jam it right in there. Today I learned this character right here.
James Bond.
James Bond is correct. Dr. No, not James Bond, was the first character to say shaken, not stirred on screen.
He's talking about babies.
And they took it from that.
Sadistic Dr. No.
And finally, today I learned this band. The Cure.
The Cure?
Yeah, that's right, The Cure, yes. This is 6 different ways. One of my favorite Cure songs, actually, but here you are. Right. The Cure once played a 4-hour concert during which they played 50 songs. It went on for so long that a decent portion of the audience up and left.
They played this song?
They were playing. Yeah. You don't know this song?
No.
It's in a bunch of movies. It's in It. We watched that last night, hence the song. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. We do appreciate it. We'll be back tomorrow. Well, Monday, rather. Same time, same place. Missed any of the show?